Ni waziri wa afya Aden Duale ameendeleza ukosoaji wake dhidi ya Uhuru, akimtuhumu kwa madai ya kufadhili shughuli za upinzani.
You missed to put a puppet in 2022 election. Now you want to put another puppet in 2027. And we are telling the people of Kenya, please, in the next election, let us elect the president, every presidential candidate, based on their track record.
Duale ametoa wito wa umoja, huku akiwarai viongozi wote kukataa siasa za migawanyiko zinazotishia uwiano wa kitaifa. Wakati huo huo, naibu gavana wa kaunti ya Kakamega Ayub Savula viongozi wa kidini kote nchini kuwaombea Wakenya na taifa kwa jumla ili kuhakikisha uchaguzi mkuu ujao unaandaliwa kwa amani.
Tumekuwa na mkutano ya linda mwananchi kule Homa Bay, watu 4 wakafariki, including a police officer who is supposed to provide security. We are dealing on dangerous grounds.
Na baadhi ya viongozi wa kidini wakiongozwa na askofu mkuu wa kanisa la AIPCA Samson Muthuri wametahadharisha vijana hapa nchini dhidi ya kukubali kutumiwa na wanasiasa kabla ya uchaguzi mkuu ujao.
Bullying, destruction of properties, insult and what have you, they will not solve our problems. What can solve our problems is a soberness.
Haya yanajiri huku vijana katika kaunti ya Bomet wakiazimia kudumisha amani kabla ya uchaguzi mkuu wa mwaka 2020.
Tukisonga mbele ni kwamba miaka 23 baada ya kifo chake, uongozi wa marehemu Michael Kijana Wamalwa aliyekuwa naibu rais unaendelea kuwa taa yenye mwangaza ngavu kwa viongozi wa sasa. Na hii leo viongozi wanasiasa maarufu nchini waliungana na familia na marafiki katika kaunti ya Trans Nzoia kumwenzi kiongozi aliyekumbukwa kwa kupigania umoja na kuchangia pakubwa mpito wa demokrasia katika taifa hili. Hafla ya ukumbusho wa marehemu Wamalwa nyumbani kwake Kitale iliwaleta pamoja Rais mstaafu Uhuru Kenyatta, aliyekuwa naibu rais ambaye ni kinara wa chama cha Wiper Kalonzo Musyoka, Charity Ngilu na viongozi wa chama cha People's Liberation Party Martha Karua, miongoni mwa viongozi wengine, huku miito ikitolewa kwa taifa hili kuiga mafunzo ya marehemu Wamalwa ya uongozi pamoja na kustahimiliana kisiasa.
Hafla ya ukumbusho wa aliyekuwa naibu rais Michael Kijana Wamalwa ilianza kwa maombi na kumbukizi za uongozi wake, kisha kukafuatia kuwekwa kwa shada la maua kwenye kaburi lake. Marehemu Michael Kijana Wamalwa alifariki mnamo tarehe 23 mwezi Agosti mwaka wa 2003 akiwa na umri wa miaka 59, miezi 8 baada ya kuchukua wadhifa wa naibu rais chini ya uongozi wa marehemu Rais Mwai Kibaki. Kwenye hafla ya 23 ya ukumbusho wake, Rais mstaafu Uhuru Kenyatta alivuta kumbukizi za uchaguzi wa kihistoria wa mwaka wa 2002, akisema ni uchaguzi uliomfunza mengi.
We are a democratic society, and those democratic ideals were fought for hard by the man, amongst others, who we honor today.
Uhuru pia alizindua Taifa Langu Kwanza, wasifu unaosimulia maisha ya marehemu Wamalwa pamoja na uongozi wake. Uhuru katika kuandika dibaji ya kitabu hicho. Miongo miwili baada ya kifo cha Wamalwa, viongozi wa kisiasa katika hafla ya ukumbusho wake wanasema mfano wake unaendelea kutoa mafunzo kuhusiana na uongozi, kuvumiliana kisiasa pamoja na umuhimu wa kulitanguliza taifa kabla ya maslahi ya mtu binafsi.
Wamalwa Kijana was one of the cleanest leaders in this country. That's why he died poor. Hakuchukua kitu ya mtu.
Napenda tusome kutoka kwa Wamalwa na Kibaki na timu hii ya Kinangilu, vile umoja wa taifa unaweza patwa kupitia watu kuweka tofauti za kikabila na za kibinafsi kando, and subordinating personal ambition to the national interest.
Jacqueline Masharia, Darubini Weekendi.
Haya, mbali na hayo ni kwamba miradi inayotekelezwa ya uchumi wa shughuli za majini kwenye kaunti ya Migori inatarajiwa kubadilisha riziki ya jamii za wavuvi katika eneo la Ziwa Victoria. Mojawapo wa miradi muhimu inayotekelezwa ni ujenzi wa kituo cha kupakia samaki cha Got Kachola kwenye kaunti ndogo ya Nyatike, ambayo ni sehemu ya juhudi za serikali zinazonuia kuhakikisha uwekezaji katika sekta ya uvuvi na kupiga jeki jamii zinazoishi eneo hilo ambazo hutegemea rasilimali za majini.
Kituo cha kupakia samaki cha Got Kachola kwenye kaunti ndogo ya Nyatike, kaunti ya Migori, kwa sasa kimekamilika kwa 40%. Kituo hicho kinatarajiwa kubuni mazingira bora kwa wavuvi na wafanyabiashara kuendelesha biashara zao ipasavyo. Aidha, kitaimarisha jinsi ya kushughulikia, kuhifadhi na kuuza samaki, pamoja na kuruhusu jamii ya wavuvi kuwapata wateja zaidi na mapato bora kwa kuuza samaki wao.
We have the fish processing plant, which is the biggest one that we have here, and then we have the administration block, is the only story building that we have, and then we have the fish receiving banda next to us, and then we have the omena storage there.
Sasa sisi wenyewe tutakuwa na sauti ya kuongea kama wavuvi, sababu ukikuja na bei mbaya sitakupatia kuuzia samaki, sababu na mahali pa kutunza hiyo samaki. Sasa kwa hiyo hii mradi kwa sisi tumefurahia sana.
Mradi huo pia unatarajiwa kukuza mfumo wa kuongeza bidhaa dhamani kupitia shughuli kama vile utayarishaji, upakiaji na kupunguza ukadiriaji wa hasara. Kadhalika, miundombinu ya barabara iliyoboreka karibu na kituo hicho itahakikisha upatikanaji na kurahisisha shughuli za usafiri na kuimarisha uunganishaji baina ya wavuvi na masoko husika.
Na bila hii project imekuja hapa, tutachukua hiyo samaki tuweke kwa fridge. Tukiweka hapo kwa ice tutakuwa tukiuza vizuri. Tena tutauza ile bei mzuri.
Wanunuzi wengi ama wateja wengi watakuja kununua samaki hapa. Kwa hivyo watu wetu pia watapata soko.
Wakazi wamesema hatua ya kukamilika kwa mradi huo itakuwa jeki kubwa kwa shughuli za kiuchumi katika eneo hilo na kuimarisha riziki za jamii ambazo zinategemea Ziwa Victoria kujikimu maishani.
Watu wetu ama watoto wetu ama vijana wetu watapata ajira hapa. Sababu mradi iko nyumbani, lazima watu wetu ndio wapate ajira. Hiyo tena ni muhimu wa mradi kuja nyumbani.
It will bring so many things. So many people will come from different places to come and see what the project is bringing to us. It is a mother beach, the way some people talked. So many beaches have been separated from here.
Joy Naomi, Darubini Wikendi.
The Kenya Bureau of Standards will host the 32nd African Organization for Standardization, ARSO, General Assembly and ARSO Week 2026 under the theme Standards Enabling Intra-Africa Trade under the Africa Continental Free Trade Area, AFCFTA. One certificate working for you. Over 60 countries, hundreds of delegates, trade experts and policymakers coming together to advance harmonized standards and unlock seamless trade through the African Organization for Standardization. The chief guest is His Excellency, the Deputy President, Professor Kithure Kindiki. Watch this General Assembly live on KBC Channel 1 from 11 a.m. on Wednesday, the 26th of August, 2026. The African Organization for Standardization. One certificate working for you.
Karibu tutembee viwanjani popote ulipo. Matumaini yangu makubwa kwamba ubuheri wa afya. Mimi ni @I Lemoka na moja kwa moja tuanze na taarifa yetu kuu inahusisha ndondi, ambapo kikosi cha ndondi cha KDF kimeibuka washindi katika kitengo cha wanaume katika awamu ya 3 ya ligi ya taifa ya ndondi ya mwaka 2026 iliyofanyika katika uwanja wa Mumbona huko Vihiga. Jione. KDF iliongoza kwa kupata alama 23 ikifuatwa na huduma ya polisi ya Kenya iliyomaliza katika 12. Huduma ya magereza ya Kenya ilishika nafasi ya 3. Katika kitengo cha wanawake, Nairobi County Boxing kwanza kwa kupata alama 7. KDF ilimaliza katika nafasi ya 2 huku huduma ya polisi ya Kenya ikishikilia nafasi ya 3. Jumla ya timu 32 zikiwemo timu 16 za wanaume na 16 za wanawake zilishiriki katika awamu hiyo ya 3 ya ligi. Hayo yaliwapa mabondia nafasi kabambe ya kupima uwezo wao na kujiandaa zaidi kadri msimu wa ndondi za kitaifa unavyoendelea. Na michuano ya kuwania kombe la ligi ndogo Afrika Mashariki ilikamilika leo hii jioni Nairobi, huku mechi kadhaa za kusisimua zikichezwa katika viwango tofauti vya umri. Katika kitengo cha wasiozidi umri wa miaka 15, ligi ndogo Galaxy ilipata ushindi wa kuridhisha sana wa magoli 3-0 dhidi ya Generation Sharp Foot, huku ligi ndogo Earth ikiibuka na ushindi wa magoli 2-1 dhidi ya Sakata Soka Stars. Mashindano hayo yalipofikia tamati, Blue Bombers walitawazwa mabingwa wa kitengo cha wasiozidi umri wa miaka 9, huku Kesa SC wakitoa ubingwa kwa wasiozidi umri wa miaka 19. Sakata Soka Stars nao walitawazwa mabingwa wa kitengo cha wasiozidi umri wa miaka 15.
The main objective, of course, is for kids to have a fantastic organized tournament where they can play against each other. Over and above that, also, we have a platform for the kids to showcase their talent. And we have various scouts, especially from the under 15, under 17, under 19 level. So, for example, we have the ongoing under 15 national team trials for Kenya. Some coaches were here who are involved in that, looking at the talent available.
Aliyekuwa mkurugenzi mkuu wa shirika la Kenya Pipeline, Joe Sang, amekamilisha maandalizi yake tayari kabisa kwenye mbio za mwaka huu za marathoni za Jumapili ijayo, huku akiendeleza harakati zake za kuchangisha fedha za kusaidia watoto wenye mahitaji humu nchini. Kupitia wakfu wa Joe Sang kwa sasa anawasaidia watoto 10 kupata elimu na pia amefadhili ujenzi wa darasa katika kaunti ya Kitui ambalo linatarajiwa kuzinduliwa rasmi mwezi ujao. Sang alishiriki kwa mara ya kwanza katika mbio kuu za marathoni duniani katika jiji la Chicago mwaka 2024 kabla ya kushiriki tena kwenye mbio za marathoni za Berlin mwaka uliopita. Sasa anajiandaa kukabiliana na wanariadha wengine jijini Sydney tarehe 30 mwezi huu. Miongoni mwa nyota wanaotarajiwa kushiriki ni bingwa wa Olimpiki na dunia Peres Jepchirchir, bingwa wa zamani wa mbio za marathoni za London Vivian Cheruiyot, pamoja na bingwa wa dunia kutoka Tanzania Alphonse Simbu.
Our key objective is education. Education in various forms, supporting in terms of school fees, uniform, as well as what goes with it, to make sure that the children are comfortable in school, as well as the infrastructure. And we do believe that with like-minded corporate coming to support us.
Na mtazamaji, katika ligi ya Uingereza, Brighton na Aston Villa, Brighton wamewapiga Aston Villa magoli 4-1, wakati Aston Villa wana kadi nyekundu ama walipata kadi nyekundu. Alafu Manchester City wakawakwamua Bournemouth magoli 2-1, na kwa sasa sio taarifa nzuri sana kwa mwenzangu Kamche Menza, kwani timu yake ya Liverpool inachuana na Newcastle, wako katika mapumziko na tayari wamepigwa goli 1-0. Sina mengi Kamche, na kuregesha kwako. Tukutane tena wiki ijayo muda na wasaa kama wa leo. Mimi ni @I_Lemoka na nimetoka.
Haya mtazamaji, ya Liverpool na Newcastle ni hapo baadaye, lakini kwa sasa kwenye makala yetu mapya ni kwamba je, unaofahamu ulivyo muundo wa bunge la Kenya? Kwenye makala yetu mapya kwa jina Jumba la Sheria, tuanze kwa taswira hiyo.
Jumapili ya leo tunakuelimisha kuhusu ulivyo kwa sasa Kenya, au ukipenda Parliament kwa lugha ya Kimombo, na ambalo ni mhimili wa serikali, yani arm of government. Bunge lina nyumba mbili: bunge la taifa au National Assembly na seneti au Senate, na nyumba zote mbili zinatengeneza bunge la Kenya, na kwamba wote ni wabunge wa bunge la Kenya. Kumbuka, wabunge ni wawakilishi wa wananchi wa Kenya waliochaguliwa kidemokrasia, na kwamba kulingana na katiba mamlaka yote makuu ni ya mwananchi. Bunge la seneti lina wabunge 67 na linaongozwa na spika, maseneta 47 waliochaguliwa kuwakilisha kaunti na maseneta 20 walioteuliwa kuambatana na sheria. Nalo bunge la taifa lina wabunge 349 na linaongozwa na spika, wabunge 290 waliochaguliwa kuwakilisha maeneo bunge, wabunge 47 wakiwa wawakilishi wa kike wa kaunti na wabunge 12 walioteuliwa kuambatana na sheria. Historia kidogo ni kwamba Kenya ilipojipatia uhuru mwaka 1963, bunge lilikuwa na kumbi mbili: seneti na nyumba ya uwakilishi, ukipenda House of Representatives, waliowakilisha maeneo bunge. Kipindi hicho kulikuwa na maseneta 41 waliowakilisha wilaya, yani districts. Lakini mwaka wa 1966 katiba ilifanyiwa marekebisho na seneti ikaondolewa. Maseneta wote walienda kujiunga na nyumba ya uwakilishi na bunge likasalia na nyumba moja lililofahamika kama bunge la taifa, hadi marekebisho ya katiba tena mwaka 2010 ambapo seneti ilirudishwa tena.
Na mtazamaji, tuweze kulifahamu bunge, taratibu zake na misamiati yake. Kwa hivyo fanya miadi nasi kila Jumapili ambapo nitakuwa nakuletea makala tofauti kuhusiana na taratibu za bunge. Kufikia hapo mtazamaji, sina la ziada ila kukuaga kwa niaba ya kikosi kizima kilichoweza kuandaa taarifa za leo. Shukrani za dhati kwa muda wako uliotuazima usiku huu wa leo, nikiwa nakutakia usiku mwema na njozi njema na juma jema kwa jumla. Tufanye vivi vitakaporejea Maulana Jumapili ijayo. Langu jina ni Kamchemenza, wa ishara ni Byron Abuli. Masalamu.
Are you a talented artist, or are you passionate about a topic you want to discuss, but money can be very charming artist? Don't worry, Studio Mashinani has got your back. Sign up on ajira.co.ke to book a session with our music and video producers across the country. Work on your music, jingles, spoken words, and even podcasts to realize your dream, all for free. Studio Mashinani, Radani Talent.
Hi there, I'm Fati Eliko Miloshi, and this is a special 77% show today. Now, instead, we're covering topics workshopped by pupils from a school in Ghana. The students met us at our studios and told us what's important for them. And we hit the road. But what topic did they choose?
My name is Dale Bobby. Okay, can we study?
No. Not so easy to be the moderator for the day, it would seem. Dale Obobi is leading his colleagues to design the 77% show. Students from the SOS Herman Minor School in Ghana were recently in Bonn and had a chance to make their own 77% program.
Hello, everyone. My name is Michael Oti.
First, the students were introduced to the workings of the 77% by yours truly. I explained to them how topics are sought, planned, and covered. But what kinds of issues are these young people passionate about?
Sexual assaults and the justice that sexual assault victims get in Ghana.
A lot of countries are going into election time. Also, the youth are struggling to decide who to vote for.
Women's rights.
These students are interested in many topics, but we need to pick the top 3.
We'll be talking about 2 problems we face here in Ghana, namely public education, transport systems, and urban planning.
After researching and developing the topic ideas, the producers had to pitch their topics to their colleagues.
The way Accra is planned, which I'm very sure is not planned at all.
The pitches and stories are told from the perspective of these young students, how they experience their cities and the daily triumphs of being an African student.
Thank you very much.
Urban planning is integral to the lives of these students, and so it was no surprise it was the winning topic.
You've heard we're the youth, you've heard what we have to say. Dale here in Bonn, Germany. 77% sure, and we'll see you next time.
Okay, interesting. It is then. But that's not all that's coming up in this show. In our street debate, infrastructure is failing amid rapid urbanization. In Uganda, an electric solution in bus transport promises jobs for young people. And women who hold the tools to making Accra cleaner and tidier. So basically, this episode was designed entirely by Ghanaian students, but I'm proud to be their voice. We do under 77%. And so we went to Accra to challenges regarding urban planning and waste management.
Ghana's capital, Accra, adds more buildings, more roads, and more rubbish each year. It's about 900,000 metric tons of solid waste.
Litter on our streets or even like in grassy areas, and it makes the community look very dirty.
The reach of these waste management services are not as wide as they should be.
With dump sites full, waste is often burnt, leaving a heavy, choking smog hanging over neighboring areas.
Plastic pollution has become a very big menace. It's affecting so many communities who rely on fishing activities for their livelihoods. It's also impacting our health. It's also impacting, of course, tourism, which is the biggest income earner for the country.
With rapid urbanization and thousands of Ghanaians flocking to the West African economic hub for work, Accra is becoming increasingly congested. Residents face inadequate housing and many areas lack trees or shade.
This is where we always sit. Chat, eat food. We don't have any place to sit. We don't have any place to get fresh air unless this place. And this whole place is polluted with our own people, we ourselves.
City managers have struggled to make Accra livable. Massive investment is needed to tackle a growing waste problem and develop sustainably.
So Accra is becoming more crowded, resulting in a housing shortage. Even more alarming is the pollution and congested traffic. How would you then feel waking up at 5 a.m. every day just to beat traffic? Most children going to school in the city is normal. I've been there too. We sent our very own reporter, Michael Oti, to experience the school run for himself.
It's 5 a.m. in Accra. The morning light is just breaking through the sky, and I'm at the home of Patience Riafe. By the time I get here, Riafe and her daughter Rigmore have been up for more than an hour. Every morning, the single mother who also works as a beautician has to get her daughter ready for school before she heads to her shop. Rigmore is part of a growing number of young Ghanaian school children who are losing sleep. The 11-year-old school is only about 15 kilometers away from her home, but long traffic jams mean it often takes an hour and 30 minutes to get to school. To avoid the traffic, she has to leave home before the rest of the city wakes up. Unfortunately, she's running a bit behind today. There is already a small crowd at the bus stop. After 20 minutes of waiting, her mother hails a ride, a small luxury.
I get to school at 7 or 7:30 because of traffic jams on the road. I get tired because I spent more than 1 hour before I get to school.
10 to 10:30.
We get breaks at 10 and 12 o'clock.
To 1 o'clock.
Accra's traffic jams are getting worse as the population grows. 5.5 million people live in the region. Private cars occupy the most amount of space on the road, but they contribute very little to mass public transport. There are no trains in this city. Trotros or minivans used for passenger transport carry more than 68% of passengers, yet they only occupy 32% of road space. Additionally, as the city expands, more families are moving further away to the outskirts as renting prices soar in the inner city.
Those who come from very far, by the time they get here, they are tired. They are almost exhausted. So, teaching them becomes very difficult because when they come, they see it as an opportunity to come and rest.
But experts at Ghana's Kolebu Hospital are warning that these long hours are going to have an impact on children's education.
Having to do schoolwork is a cognitively daunting task. It's already hard enough as it is. Imagine doing it when you're sleep deprived. So this could result in a lack of attention in their tasks, and then this could also affect their concentration on the content they are receiving at that time of the day. This would also make them very likely not be able to meet their academic expectations, either from the school or of their parents.
It's a few minutes after 4 p.m. and I'm back to pick up Rigmore from school. She tells me about her day as we search for a trotro for the trip back home. Once the journey begins, the 11-year-old props up her school bag and begins to nap. Experts say children her age should get between 9 and 12 hours of sleep every day. But with African cities expanding rapidly, this recommendation means very little to families trying to beat monster traffic.
Now, with that colleague Michael Oti, we gave young Ghanaians the floor to engage with policymakers and transport in our street debate hosted by Edith Kimani in Accra.
Hello and welcome back to the 77% Street Debate. This week we are in the outskirts of Accra, Ghana. African cities developing rapidly are facing a dire situation. And so today we are here to find out from some Ghanaians if there's a way that Africa can urbanize so that we become the cities of the future. And I want to start with Patrick. You are an Uber driver within the city of Accra. So you probably know the city inside and out. How would you describe how the city has been planned? Does it make sense to you? Is it a good city? Is it efficient?
Those areas that I don't want to go has high demand of riders. And I couldn't go there because of traffic and the road network. And if you want to chase the money and work in those areas, what happens is that you end up spending all the money on repairs. Yeah.
Okay. So let me hear from Sophia, who's a student in Accra. Earlier, you said to me that your biggest headache in the city is transport. Talk to me about that.
So sometimes too, you stand for more than an hour or more than 2 hours and the transport still hasn't arrived for you to pick. The private transport systems also, like the taxi and the Uber, sometimes too is very expensive for students like me. So we have to resort to the trotro or the public transport, which is sometimes really a headache.
So the transport system is not scheduled, it's not formalized. And I wonder, Christiana, if this is something that's a headache for you.
Yes. So if the traffic situation is such that you can't maneuver your way through to get to the patient early, it can lead to mortalities, high mortalities and morbidities, which we don't want.
So the person making sure that the road network municipality is here. So that's your job, to make sure that the municipality is running smoothly. So how does it feel when you hear that, hey, things are not okay?
Our road networks, there's a problem. The problem is that most of the people also encroach the road. Somebody will build a house and probably about 10 meters from the house or 40 meters, there should be a road. But he builds his wall on that. So the issue now is that, what do we do?
But it's interesting you're saying what should we do when in fact you're the one who's been charged with resolving the issue.
In fact, there is a policy. We need to just enforce the policies. Who enforces what is right? Yeah. Okay, who puts the timelines to say, okay, I've gone to see this building and you've written that it should be removed and I realize that it's been built. So we need to question the person who is in charge and then we enforce it.
All right. So before enforcing, we have to really identify the challenges. And we are at a school, the SOS school, and one of their students wants to tell us what the challenges are for you.
I think for me personally, the biggest problem we have is the drainage systems and the roads as well. Because people may dispose their waste into gutters. It ends up just choking and flooding the roads as well. And because the roads are not all tarred and not all the best, it causes the roads to get muddy, and if you're not driving the biggest car or a 4x4, it could lead you to get stuck and cause you to be late to wherever you're going, or
Let me hear from some of your fellow students back. Is it affecting your day-to-day lives?
I also noticed that due to this congestion on the roads, it really creates a lot of pollution in our atmosphere and our systems. So I think it would be necessary for us to provide different access to transport routes, such as trains, bike lanes, and other modes of transport.
Yeah. I mean, those are really ambitious dreams, and I think everybody in Africa would want that. But do you believe that our governments on the continent are taking us seriously when we tell them we need these things?
Personally, I don't necessarily think they're taking us too seriously because, as the others said, needs are being communicated, but nothing is really being done about it.
So we're talking about governments not necessarily taking young people seriously. It's still your responsibility.
Yes. Very soon the electric buses will be launched and we'll be using the electric buses. And then the train too will start using.
Let me ask Will, why has it taken Ghana so long to start speaking about things like a diversified road network system or different kinds of transport?
Everything that is being talked about, at the heart of it, it's a talent and creativity problem. We are led by people who don't have original ideas and don't know how to experiment to get to great ideas. So there is an endemic behavior of political actors who hide behind policy and plans and do very little.
I want to speak to Moro, who's standing next to you. Now, Moro is visually impaired, so I just wanted to know what your experience is going through the cities of Tema, Accra, or whatever they may be. Do you feel like they're inclusive spaces?
I find it difficult to move because the walkways, open gutters, when it rains, stagnant water, and a lot of obstacles.
Yeah.
You can never be independent.
Right. I asked about inclusion, and I want to come back to the students. Do you feel like the city is safe for you guys to walk in?
I don't believe the city is very safe for us. Like in Tema here, there's only a few police stations around.
Let me hear from you. Is this the same experience that you have?
Over time, I feel like Tema and Accra have definitely become less safe because you feel like you could be kidnapped or something in the city. So, yeah.
Okay, talking about even being kidnapped. But we also did talk about drains, and sanitation is a major issue in this country.
I think for me, regarding the waste management service providers, even where I live, they are not accessible. They don't come to those areas.
So how do you guys take care of your rubbish then?
We burn it. So my question goes to her, asking how are we supposed to dispose of rubbish then? Because then again, burning is not sustainable for the environment.
Absolutely not. So that's a good question, Felicia.
You see, we have our, depending on where you are, with the Tema West, we have our environmental department, where we even have forms that you have to fill. Okay. When you come to my place, I have the decks. I'll make sure that everybody is on top.
I like how you're saying, when you come to my place, please go to her place. Let me just move on to Will. How do we get people more interested in how their cities and their spaces look?
The general feeling I get is that a lot of Ghanaians cannot envision what a functional city looks like because they've never lived in one.
Patrick, let's hear some solutions for you. What do you think needs to be done to make Tema, Accra, and other cities within Ghana more sustainable, more efficient?
I'm always after the money. So enough of all these fancy flyovers. We need roads that goes through every suburb in the city.
Okay, so enough flyovers, you want functionality, form over substance. All right, solutions.
One solution that would help us with this pollution issue in particular would be more affordable housing, because it's seen to be an issue that a lot of the population in Tema live in slums and are squatters in uncompleted buildings. This leads to very poor waste management and just very horrible attitudes towards their environment. So if government were to direct funding to provide more affordable housing for these low, mid-income people, they wouldn't have to bath outside, they wouldn't have to throw their waste in the gutters right next to them.
And finally, let me hear your thoughts, Felicia.
Get close to the governors, because whatever you have can help us. You see, because you are getting into a market where there are a lot of competitions. And if it's good, but you come alone, and there is no other that, okay, what you are using is very good. It's helping my assembly or my municipal not to get, the pollution and all that. I could tell you, look, I'm bringing you in. I'll make sure that everybody who wants to do this should come. And I will give you the people, and then they'll work, and everybody will be comfortable.
So collaboration, I think that's been said by a lot of people here, and indeed it is the big takeaway for me, that if African cities from Tema to Antananarivo and even Kinshasa want to become the cities that William has described, we all need to work together. Thank you all for watching.
So, what can be done to ease the growing infrastructure strain on African cities? Because Ghana is not the only country affected. Maybe a few cues from Uganda could help. A joint venture to tackle their transport crisis could pave the way for a livable city and job training for young people.
Dream was born in Uganda to build electric buses for African cities.
In 2007, we had a team of students at Makerere University with their lecturers who had a dream to manufacture the first car in Uganda. In 2011, with the help of the government of Uganda, they embarked on that journey, and by 2014, KMC was born. And we're here to experience the Kayola bus. I mean, how cool is that? Benja?
What? We had never built a car, so there was no experience. Of course, there was also the case of the finances. When you couple those together, it was really a difficult journey. But we overcame this through, of course, our persistence, and then government came.
Kira Motors, or KMC, is jointly owned by Uganda's government, which holds a 96% stake, and Makerere University takes a 4% stake. The company believes that sustainably built mass mobility transport will create jobs and faster self-sufficiency.
You know, when you're on the ground and speaking to so many Ugandans, there are not so many of them who believe that this bus, like the Kayola, was actually made here.
Of course, we don't make everything on the car, as you could see. We still buy some other things elsewhere. All the engineering is here. The brains are here, and then the frames, the body, and most of the, the outside structure we make here. We have the skills, capacity, and so on.
Currently, the 39-strong Kayola bus fleet includes 27 electric and 12 low-emission diesel buses. 300 kilometers, the Kayola EV city bus can carry 90 passengers. The company is expanding across Africa with 100 buses ordered for service in Tanzania, South Africa, Eswatini, and Nigeria.
it looks like it's mostly male-dominated. How is it like for you to work here?
From engineering school, I think we were mentally prepared to enter a field that is dominated by men, at least currently. The very beautiful thing about Kira Motors, they really strive to have an equal share of their staff having both men and women.
KMC is a place that really welcomes everyone. As long as you have the skills and you're ready to put them out there, and you're not, and you're also hungry for knowledge. It's really competitive here because there are many young, knowledgeable individuals here. But still, it's not all about like you compete with each other. It's all about working together as a team. That's why they encourage you around here.
Once fully operational, KMC could create over 10,000 jobs for skilled workers. Kayola buses may help ease the traffic burden on Africa's congested roads, making long commutes a bit more tolerable.
Now I feel watching that, but I do want you to know that young Ghanaians are conscious of their environment and have since picked up the tools for free. Let's meet the Bus Stop Boys.
Africa, where our parks are tidy, where our beaches are clean, and where our drainages are free of dirt. I mean Africa, where we can enjoy fresh air. Meaning the boys. We are boys, and this is our hustle. It's a group of young people that are championing environmental practices in Accra, Ghana. Boys!
Big man himself. Good morning.
Good morning.
Welcome.
So, you conceived this idea and immediately you switched to action.
Yes, sir.
Tell me, what inspired you?
God, Africa as dirty.
You're right.
But we are not. So we need to change the narrative by telling the world who we truly are. That is how it all started.
And if I may ask you, do you consider this as charity or as profession?
No, this is a full-time profession now.
I can sit down, we pack everything in
Yes.
the tricycle,
Exactly.
and we're ready to go. So,
Yes, sir.
are you ready as well?
I'm very ready.
Yeah, today is my first day at work.
Let's go. Today,
All right, bro.
You enjoy the magic. Today we are going to Achimota Christian Village Stretch. You know, maintenance is one major thing that we Nigeria, but in Ghana, we are lacking that spirit of maintenance. Let me start cutting from here.
Okay.
Once you locate the big trees, the ones that are bigger like my hand like this, then you cut them with a cutlass.
Okay.
Big man.
Yeah, Batu.
Everything good?
Everything.
You are sweating.
I'm telling you,
Everything good.
this your hustle is not easy at all.
The plastic is as a result of just driving in and out. Some of them here.
Wow.
See, hundreds and many of them.
I can see a lot of your guys there working. You know, that. How do you gather these people together?
So by the fact that you see somebody walking a path, all of us, well, clearly the safety when this better. I don't benefit alone. But everybody that is watching us today benefits. As long as you everybody is getting paid for what we do.
I saw the great work that they were doing. Okay. And I decided to join because though we have leaders, but we also have a role to play as a. How many locations have you guys covered?
The last time I put numbers to it, there were 301
communities.
Yes, different communities and places. We are still counting. And apart from what we do, what you call lightening up the city. That is also to put street light on the street.
I can see that you guys have a lot of social media engagement. Like you can see, that's your social media manager. I know, just going up and down with a TikTok stuff. Like, how many people have you guys reached out to over the years?
The reception has been great. If you look at TikTok, we started with 0, but now we have 175.3K followers. In this era, people are doing comedy, but we are not doing comedy. We are raising awareness about the environment and telling you that this environment is the reason why we are here. She gives us food, water, clothing, oxygen, everything is coming from the environment.
Just as you have witnessed, living in a clean environment, this is just a glimpse of the boys are doing to keep the environment clean. Now, we all can replicate in our area. Keep watching DW, the 77%.
So, we've heard from consumers, policymakers, and even futurists who envision sustainable African cities. What do you think it will take to get there? Let us know on our social media and keep this conversation going. Who knows? Maybe we'll visit your country next time. Because as far as I know, sustainable African cities are still a dream for many of us.
Unadhani kuendesha watoto? Fikiria tena.
Ni kitu gani unanitafuta mimi?
Wana vitimbi wanaingia jikoni wa chakula cha kwanza.
Mwambie ukijaribu kuleta simu na neighbors.
Na fujo ndi la siku.
Nyinyi ni kama vichwa.
Kuanzia sufuria zinazoruka, mabishano yanayo
Wanaume msimu unazunguka
hadi oda zinazopotea njiani.
Ama ulikuwa unataka nikuwekee kwa kikombe ugunwe.
Kila sahani ni mtihani. Ni shujaa. Wateja watapata chakula au kuonja? Usikose ya vitimbi.
Yes.
Kila Jumatatu saa 1:30 usiku kupitia K1.
To yet another episode of Heart and Soul. It's a show where we dive into love, life, and laughter. And today, we have an amazing couple on set. You can follow them on their social media platforms and also subscribe on their YouTube channel. Make sure you followed us also on our social media platforms, Pick and Arrange, KBC Channel 1, and also Heart and Soul. Aha, najua mumeshindwa ni akina nani hawa tunafollow pale hivyo kwa social media. Maybe mumewaona, maybe hamjawaona, but guys, we have the Davons.
Oh, yeah.
Karibuni sana. Karibuni sana hapa KBC. Tunapenda watu na tunapenda kusikiza stories za watu sana. And that's why we have you here on set, because we want to listen to your love story. But before we do that, you can introduce yourself. Nyinyi ni akina nani?
Yeah.
Tuwajue zaidi.
We are the Davons. And I get this a lot. People call me Davon. But my real name is Yvonne. Yeah, and my husband's name is David.
Ah, David, yes. Yvonne,
Davon. Yeah, so that's where the name comes from. But squeezing at an introducing. Hi, I'm Yvonne, aka Davon. I'm a beauty entrepreneur. I have a beauty parlor in Westlands. And I also do content creation. That's why we have our YouTube and social media. Yeah, and I'm married.
Yeah, my name is David. Me, I don't qualify for Davon. I only go for David. Married to Yvonne, that is where our name comes from. We are in automotive mechanicals. So based in Westlands, we are fixing vehicles there.
We want to dive into your love story.
Yeah.
Where did you two meet and for how long have you been married?
We're in the 3rd year of marriage. We met in 2023, beginning of the year. Venye kulikuwa na COVID, nilikuwa nimeacha kwenda church, nini. Like a lot was just happening. Tumekuwa very inclined to online services and all. But in 2023, niliambia Mungu 2022 that end of year, that next year I want to go back to going to church physically and all. But I didn't want to go to the church that I was going before. So then one time I just saw a preacher, Pastor Tony Kiama, on social media. Anakuwa pastor wa TikTok wa sisi Gen Z.
Ni pastor tunampenda sana.
Yeah, so now when I saw the clip that he had done, nikaona, oh, I'll go to church and I'll go to this church because even it's almost near where I stay. So I'll just go to that church. So that's how I went to that church. And I didn't know anyone or anything. Nilikuwa tu mimi naenda narudi home. And then one of the service, and we sat next to each other, and that's how we met.
Yeah, tell your neighbor.
Yeah, tell your neighbor.
So the neighbor was him.
The neighbor was just Apo. And I remember what actually made him speak to me. Ama asked kwanza the conversation. In that service, there was a couple who was celebrating 40 years anniversary. 43, you got 40? Like 40 something. Yeah, so when they were huko mbele and they said they're celebrating 40 years anniversary, everyone in the church alikuwa like, oh wow, hizo miaka ni mingi. Then he got the courage to ask me, how many years are you celebrating? Nikamwambia, none, hata sijaanza. I think hiyo ndio ilimpatia motisha ya after service kuniongelesha. Yeah.
Devi ulikuwa umemnotice venye mulikanisha?
No.
We wacha.
That's a big no.
Now they have celebrated the anniversaries. The sermon continued, and now the church is over. And I decided, let me say hi again and maybe get a number. So we went, as we were walking out, I followed her and asked her for her number. And it was easy.
Kama ulinifollow, then you had noticed.
Yes, you have noticed. Ama, what made you get her number?
It's the conversation. How many years are you celebrating?
I
realized I saw her later. Yeah. That is when now I cannot tell you this is the lady that I met.
Yeah.
It was not on the same day.
Oh, yeah, because after I gave him my number, I went, akaniuliza, where are you going? I was going to Tao and I was actually going on a date. Then, nikamwambia, niko na tu shughuli 1-2. Akaniambia, can we have tea after service? Then we just walked to Broadwalk and had tea. And we really talked for long. Then, of course, nilikuwa nakimbia date, so masaa huko kwingine nangojewa. So I needed to get there. Then, then I left. And after that, we didn't talk for another. Anasemanga, I ghosted him for like 3 months or so from the first time we met. Yeah.
So 3 months later, ndio mlipatana, Devi?
Like 4 months later.
Yeah.
And then now,
alikuwa tu ananitumia messages, I'm not replying. Ananiambia, I hope to see you in church, maybe hata sipatikani. Yeah.
So Devi, by that time ulikuwa ushaanza kumfeel, yani like I need to see this girl.
Every time I went to church, I always remembered her. And then she never answered anything. So nilikuwa tunashangaa, okay, what happened?
Even what was going on?
Miezi tatu, every Sunday unaambiwa, are you coming to church? Me hata niko like,
mbona ulikuwa unakataa?
That time also nilikuwa naenda sherehe sana. So Sunday nina hangover, what? Like it was just a lot. So hata sikuwa na realize it. Ikuwa intentional it, I'm not going to church. Nilikuwa tu najipata Sunday imefika na kukona kitu. Either ni kuna kitu home or kuna event or kuna something.
Ama kuna hangover.
Ama niko na hangover. Yeah, but he really texted every Sunday. Yeah.
Oh. So now, at what point did you now guys meet again?
She came to church.
Ila church bado alikuwa anakataa.
Yeah. Now the church, that is when we had now good conversation.
Yeah.
And now we talked. We agreed to be talking. One thing I realized it was after the first Sunday we met, I didn't call her back.
Yeah.
So that one kept her off. Like, you didn't even call back.
Yeah, niliweka grudge.
Na ndio meet.
Like hiyo first time yenye tulimitingi, the first time, si aliniitishanga namba. Hakuwahi ni call.
But alikutext, alikuwa anakutext?
Hiyo ni later.
Oh, later.
Hiyo me I expected, si leo ni Sunday nimekupe namba. Kesho ama jioni call me. He took his time the whole week. Si hata ushasahau limit mtu.
Kweli.
Yeah, so venye haku ni callingi within that week, me already nilikuwa tu this one do. And one thing for me, I really wanted to also date with intention and purpose. So I was very quick to filter people in my life that time. So when he took time to call and respond, nilikuwa like, ni sawa tu, it's just another guy. So hiyo later akianza ku reach out, already nilikuwa nishaboeka. Sasa akitumanga hizo messages zake na nini sikuwa nazipea a lot of attention because of that.
Msichana akakuja Sunday.
Like this is now the first time I've seen her now. Now I say, she's a beautiful woman. And I realized, now this time I find a wife. I'm not letting her go. And I was like, when we talked after church, we agreed now, yes, we can be talking. Last time we didn't call back. So don't do like last time. So now I'm like, okay. This is where I got it wrong.
Yeah.
So kupiga simu, kuongea, kuonana after like 2-3 days I call it our first date. We meet, we talk, we have dinner, and now the spark is there.
The two of you now.
Yes.
Feel at that point?
Not really. Yeah, ilikuwa too much, but now me not really, but niko sina mtu na naitwa date. Siniende tu basi.
Na sasa mlianza kudate when ile time yenye muli agree now let's start this relationship.
It was one time we met, then aliniambia anataka tuende ni muone for lunch, and he was at a corporate job then. So he told me I go, we have lunch, but I thought I'm just going to see him. But he came with his friends. Ni kama venye colleagues wanaendanga ku have lunch. Sasa niko like, huyu surely ananiita date mahali yako na colleagues wake. So ashaambia colleagues wake venye anakuja kwetu, venye we are dating, venye mimi ni msichana wake, nini. And the whole time, unajua sasa siwezi anza kusema hiyo ni uongo.
Are you talking about Biama uko like me? Are you talking about me?
Yeah, and we are not dating. We are like hata ndio tu nimeanza kuitikia your conversations anyway. So the whole time I was just mad at him, but I'm also hapo kwa the friends ninacheza tu chini. Then after that lunch, I remember that evening, I was so mad, like nilimkelelesha, how can you do that? How can you tell your friends we are dating? We are not even dating. Nini. Nikamwambia, for me, if you want to date me, you ask me out. Nini, you just don't assume in your head. Nini, until you ask me out, I'm not your girlfriend or we are not dating. So I think your time pia Ali get that thing, and then after hapo sasa ndio he asked me officially to be his girlfriend. And hapo ndo sasa we started dating.
But for you, Devi, you were looking for a wife, not a girlfriend, were you?
Yes, I was looking for a wife. I didn't want to date. I remember on that conversation on that day when we had our lunch, whatever I was telling these guys, that is what happened to our life.
Kali manifest.
Every man that I mentioned, every date that I said we will be at your place this time. like I planned everything on that conversation.
Imagine.
With your friends?
Yeah, because it was now we were in like Q2. Remember Q1, nilimghost. So took around Q2 of 2023. So anaambia friends wake in September tunaenda kwa kina Wanja. My second name is Wanja. In September tunaenda kwa kina Wanja kurashia.
Now I know why you are mad. Now I know. Hey, Devi. Devi, ushapanga rorashio?
Hata tujadate.
Ushapanga harusi?
Kila kitu. Ashaanza.
Hata intro ni hiyo.
Your typical Kikuyu man.
Intro ilikuwa hiyo ya mabeste.
Hiyo ya mabeste. Yeah. So
Now we started agreeing on so many things. Will we do this? Yes, it will be done. When are you going home?
Wait, ashaingia box?
Yes.
Sasa hiyo nimeingia box. But pia wacha nikukumbushe. Alikuwa like for me also he wasn't among the people I would date typically.
Oh wow, he wasn't your type.
Yeah.
Wow.
He wasn't the kind of people I would typically date. Like ako very nimpole nini.
Unataka
mimi niko na energy like yeah, so he kept on hiyo time yenye ananisuka niinge box, he kept on sending flowers to work like every week. Alikuwa ameenda kwa hiyo flower shop. Akawaambia every week pelekanga flowers this particular place. Because mimi nilikuwa nimemwambia I love flowers hiyo siku akinene. So he used to send flowers and then kwa card ilikuwa imeandikwa way of love without his name. So every week napata tu flowers. But I remember the first time I got the flowers, I didn't know it was him. And remember, I'm seeing other people. We are in talking stage with other people, whatever. So when I got the flowers, I didn't know
it was
the
him.
First person wasn't him. So I called the first person. The first
Thanks
person.
for the flowers.
Yeah. Akasema sio zake na akajam sana. Then I called the second person. Akaniambia hapana, si mimi.
Na akajam
sana. Then nikakumbuka, oh wait. Ama ni mtu mwenye anaambia beshte yake venye anakuja kwetu, let me just try and see if it's him. Hata bado sikuwa nafikiria he's the kind of person to send flowers. Nilikuwa nimemjudge. Nikamcall, akaniuliza, oh you love them? Nikajua, oh
it's you.
Ni yeye. And from hapo akakuwa anatuma flowers every week. So those gestures really now made me fall in love with him. Like so naona nilikuwa resent that nasema he's not my type nini. But now those small things.
Sasa hivyo before.
Anani call in between the day. Uko job, tuende lunch. Uko wapi tufanye? Uko hivyo. So niko like, oh, this person actually has been there ile kabisa for me, and he's really loving me the way I'm looking to be loved with.
Unlike?
Yes, and like so kona kona reference. Yes. Yeah. So hapo ndio nilianza sasa kuoma kutuhidia.
Sasa mkaanza kudate Devi.
We were dating as we are planning things.
Yeah.
So now she's introducing me to her friends. Now I'm asking things aloud. And then we are planning now how do we engage her. We planned the first engagement, it fails.
What happened? What happened?
She was not easy to get because we didn't want her to know. And now we planned the second one. Now the second one works. And like on that day when I was proposing, she was very mad at me. So I knew that is the best time to ask for it. And I was like, she entered and I was there waiting for her. She said yes. And then we had brought so many friends, people. She usually told me that I want to have my friends my auntie, my cousins. I don't want people to witness my engagement. So I brought those people.
You were mad at some point.
Yes.
Because
we started planning as we just dated for 7 months only. On the 7th month now was the engagement.
Imagine that's long.
It's long.
We've had people here who have dated for like a month.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh my God.
Yeah, 7 is
nice.
long. And like us, 7 years. But anyway.
So nilikuwa nishamwambia venye nataka nini. So I remember it was in December and my friends were telling me we go to a certain place. But mimi sikuwa na feel, but nashanga mbona mna force. Mimi nimwambia sitaki kuenda, mbona mna force. So I just told them I won't show up. Bado nawaambia sijisikii, but bado wanaendelea kupush. Next week tunapatana. So venye ilifika like on Friday, if it was on Saturday, wakaona for real huyu hapatikani. So that's how ndo wali call off the first engagement and made him know it was my engagement. So they planned now 2 weeks later after that, a week later after that. That day I remember the day alikuwa engaged. I don't know, for some weird reasons, ni shetani ama it was God's plan. Tulikuwa tu tumesumbuana. I was mad at him. I don't know for what, but ama nilikuwa, I don't know. But I just remember that day we were not in good terms. And kama hatuongeleshani that day, see, of course the whole day Mr. kukol.
Yeah.
Like maybe tutapatana jioni ndio nikukol nikuulize umeshindaje ama uniulize nimeshindaje. So the whole day I didn't call him. Kumbe he was so happy, he's taking advantage of that to plan the proposal because it was that day. I remember my friend, she's a makeup artist anaitwa Makeup City. So Makeup City had called me akaniambia on this particular date, now that ilikuwa 16th December. On the 16th December tuko na event ya Blankets and Wine and they want us to do their makeup because I also do makeup. Akaniambia ninataka ukuje kwa timu ya Makeup City, we go and do makeup. Nikamwambia sawa. So me I knew that 16th jioni niko engaged. But now after that 16th Makeup City alikuwa amesema we are going to see the organizers of the event so that they brief us about the event na nini and they want to see our work, so we should come prepared. Tunafaa tukuje tunakapoa ndio waone the kind of makeup we are going to do. So she told me, alikuwa too detailed. Do a gold smoky eye on your eyes and do a red lipstick nini and wear a white dress.
Oh wow.
Si tutakuwa tumevaa white so that tukue tunakaa team ya Makeup City. So that evening mimi niko najua niko na hiyo event ya Makeup City, so I'm looking good for that. Kumbe walikuwa washaongea na yeye nini, wamepanga hizo vitu zote. I didn't know. I thought we are going for that nini. And surprise, it was my engagement.
Nilienda ukapata flowers.
Nilienda tu nikapata like petals all over and amenil, and he's very special because he didn't say what anaulizangwa aje kwa ya kuandika will you marry me, iliandikwa be my wife hapo chini. Like alikuwa anataka tu bibi.
Yeah, what a wife.
Yeah, so nikaona, and then he was down on his knee. Yeah, then he proposed. I say yes, and then now later I saw my friends and family. Yeah.
So they saw the whole show.
Yeah, they saw the whole show. Yeah.
That's so beautiful.
Yeah.
And now immediately, again, he's not the typical guy. You didn't think he'd do that as well.
For real, Miss Kujua, hizo maneno za romance. But huku sasa ilikuwa galo, like he's very romantic, which you didn't know. I didn't know that side of him.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
Devi sasa cause ulikuwa umepanga, unakumbuka ile time ulikuwa na mabeste, ulikuwa umepanga their ratio. Sindo? Did it happen the same exact time?
Wanted to be on 14th February. So, but now because of the delay that we delayed on the engagement, we pushed it on 2nd March.
The ratio now.
Yeah.
How was it?
It was a very 2 months of a lot of work.
Yeah.
Looking for people to work with them. convincing our aunts.
Families, kwanza families hawaelewi 7 months.
Yeah. Or hawaelewi kwa nini
like why are you rushing things? Yeah, because the engagement ilikuwa December, now tunasema rorashio ni March. So waelewi mbona tunaharakisha hivyo. Watu wanamjua home but not everyone, because now it's been a very short time. Yeah, and even me bado kwao najulikana but not hivyo sana. Yeah, so it was planning the Rora show was hectic, because also I'm dealing with people that I don't really, I'm getting to know them and planning things with them immediately. The family now.
And did you have fun on your Rora show?
Yes, I did. I did. After engagement, nilikuwa like, this is it. And I also remember I was dating with a purpose. I wanted to date with a purpose. So I was so happy that things are falling in place. And after engagement, nilikuwa, let me embrace this journey, have fun. And yeah, I really enjoyed the Rora show planning, outfits, nini. Yeah, kupanga huko na my mom, it was so nice.
Devi, ulitishwa mapesa zinatoshana aje? Ulimanage? Hapo ndipo watu wanasemanga, hey, let me tell you. Nilisumbuliwa. How was it for you?
We met the family even before the day of Rora show.
Yeah.
Tukaongea, tukasikizana, so at least it made things easier. And then we were this firm. We are not changing the day. You parents, what you don't want to agree, what you want to agree, just know, avail yourself on this day.
So you had those challenges of agreeing, disagreeing.
Yeah. Like the first time they came in kwa introduction, walikasirikiana. Niko nao wametoka nje. Hawakuwa wana agree. And that was introduction. So now my uncle alikuwa like, what you'll do, you tell your people we need to meet before the day of the Rora show. And I think that was the wisest thing, because wangepatana tena siku ya Rora show bado hawange agree. So they had to do a meeting ya wazee before the Rora show. Yeah, so that's everything. Wakwe wanajua ni nini inahitajika na nini na
kila kitu fall in place.
Yeah.
But eventually tulipewa harusi ama?
Yeah.
But we'll be right back to talk about your wedding after this break. Sindo?
Yes.
See you guys.
Moja unusu mpaka saa 4 kamili inakuwa ni burudani kiukamilifu ya Afrika Mashariki.
Inaitwa The Big Story. Tunachanua what's happening in nini na nani.
Kando na mziki mzuri wa Afrika Mashariki, The Big Story pia anawaletea tofauti ndani ya studio kutoka Tanzania, Rwanda, Burundi, yani ukanda Mashariki.
Nakumbuka pia now yani social media platforms, that is Facebook, Instagram, X, #YMashariki_Live.
Tunakupa mix kali kutoka kwa DJ pia iliyotamba inazidi kutamba na ambayo tunaitambariza zaidi.
Exactly. And as always msei sawa, lazima tuwapatie burudani yenye vitamin extra.
Welcome back. If you're just joining us, you are watching Heart and Soul, and we have a beautiful story going on here. But before we continue to it, make sure that you reach us out if you want us to share your story. And again, if you want to send a message to your loved one, we have a number that you can WhatsApp us with so that we can read them here on air. Tuko pamoja, mutuandikie message kwa WhatsApp if you want us to share your love story, and also if you want us to read a love letter to your loved one. Make sure you reach out on WhatsApp via this number 0141 540 580. I repeat, 0141 540 580. We'll be glad to read and to host you. We are back to your love story. Sasa ni kupanga harusi. Hiyo mulisumbuliwa?
The wedding, me, I have a wedding of my dream in my head. And then there is what our parents want for us, and what he wants for his wedding. So now putting hizo zote to suit sisi wote, it was quite something. Me, I feel like it's the couple's wedding.
Yes.
So long as they're not bridging like what is expected in terms of culture and maybe religion, I feel like the couple ni wedding yenyu wanafaa wapewe hiyo chance ya kufanya wedding yao, because traditionally ama culturally ni the parents really ni kama wedding ni ya wazazi.
What was the challenge on your wedding when it came to planning? Now that he wanted what he wanted, you wanted what you wanted, and others wanted what they wanted.
For me, the biggest challenge was family, because also in our family kulikuwa kumekaa kujakuwa na wedding. Sasa kila mtu anajua ni wedding ya nani? Ya Yvonne. Kila mtu anataka kuwe kwa lineup. Kila mtu anataka because it was like 15 years akukua kumekuwa wedding.
Wow.
Yeah. So it was one for the books for us. And my mom wants everything ifanywe kulingana na venye anataka, and also me, I want vitu ziran venye mi nataka. I think for me it was just the family sana not aligning so much with what we wanted.
And
from my side, I insisted. And the message was simple. You just come celebrate with us. If you can make it, you just come. And that was the end of the story. So whoever wanted to come was welcomed. And people came.
And we planned mostly with God. God to bless us so many beautiful friends. So I can say like the whole committee and all, it was friends.
And did you have any challenges financially?
We did. We did, because for me, I would have gone for a small wedding within our budget, and I'd be okay with having 20 people. Maybe my main thing was to walk down the aisle. And I wanted to walk down the aisle in church. Then we do a reception later. So hiyo ingine ilikuwa tu ni So, but now because people want to come, a lot of people, so the numbers are getting higher, and with the number, the finances also have to be high. Yeah, so we had our friends and family putting resources together, and then that's how we were able to raise the money for the wedding.
Devi, ulikuwa unasikiaje hapo hivyo ka challenge ka pesa?
I always feel like we got the best out of what we planned. And our friends and our people supported us financially.
And service-wise, by the way. Yeah.
So we felt like it was fear at the beginning, but the courage that we had, as I told you, when we said the Lola show will be on 2nd March, we didn't change. Wedding, we said to be on 25th May, we didn't change. People were suggesting we change it to June.
Again, people.
Yeah.
I remember, no. I had planned this. I insisted to be on this date. And with the light committee, we planned, and the day was successful.
Even what would you tell those people out there, straight to their faces, those people who want to plan a wedding for you, or rather those people who want a wedding to be what they want and not what you as a couple want?
You and your husband, it's your wedding, it's your marriage. Prioritize yourselves as a couple. respect your parents, but respectfully, ama your family. Just do what you think is right for you, because also you don't want to start your marriage in debt.
Yes.
Devi?
Let marriage start somewhere where you have agreed with your partner. If you can manage to have a wedding with 200 people and you have been able to pay all those bills, that is the best gift you can give yourself. And no matter how many people will attend, at the end of the day, I have learned from my experience that marriage starts after the wedding.
Yeah.
So, did you have fun on your wedding?
I did. Oh my God, it was our wedding was so beautiful. My dress, hey,
it was beautiful.
It was so beautiful. But then it was everything that I wanted it to be. I remember planning, because nilikuwa wale brides. Si pangwingwi. I want to be there in every meeting. When we agree this is what itakuwa kwa hiyo, ninataka kuona. So I remember even we did like deco reveal and all. It was a beautiful day. We really enjoyed. Yes. Yeah.
Did you really enjoy?
So much. And I always remember, like, when we were planning the wedding, it was like, once I walked down the aisle, I'm fulfilled.
Yeah.
So, from the committee, we realized the church to be so important, and then the cloud to be even more important for the bride. We worked toward that, and we achieved in the greatest way you never even imagined.
Yeah.
After the wedding was the first time you guys were like, it's just the two of you in the same house.
Yeah.
What are those culture shocks zenye ziliwashtua about each other?
For me, the first thing was lazima tuhame, and I was like,
unaishi wapi huku?
Na nikuulize, kwani haukuwa umeenda kwake before?
Nilikuwa nishaenda, but sikuwa napenda. Like nilikuwa ninajua hiyo ni number 1. Tutahama. Alikuwa anaishi in the middle of a lot of chaos. Ukiwa kwa bed unasikia watu wa Uber, watu walevi. Like pure bachelor life. So yeah, the first thing was moving. We just stayed for your mwezi ya wedding, and then the next we moved. And for me, sasa kwanza kuishi pamoja, what really shocked me, culture shock, is how he's very organized. Yeah, it's a good thing, but also a bad thing.
Because you, on the other hand,
sini kwetu na sini kwangu. Hizi vyombo zikosei mtu zikilala hapa.
Nitaziosha kesho ama?
Nitaziosha. Mbona, why does it have to be? So I found him very, sijui kama nitasema OCD, but he's very structured. And me, my background, si tuko home. Like nyumba inafaa ikae kama watu wanaishi.
So haujai kuwa na challenge yake akiweka masocks sijui wapi, ati viatu unasianga tu story?
Mimi nasikianga na nyinyi.
So ni possible.
It's possible.
So ni possible nyinyi wase. So it's actually possible for a man to see a laundry basket.
Yes.
It's possible for a man to have socks hivi na kunje vizuri.
Yeah.
Hata nguo.
Na kuja hata organize zako.
Walai. Ni possible.
Yeah.
Nyinyi.
And then that time, kwanza, he was still in corporate. So on Sunday after church, we'd come from church, and then he'd spend in the evening like 1 hour, 2 hours ironing his shirts that the whole week.
Iron.
Iron. Za kutoka Monday hadi Friday, kila kitu.
Sio za siku moja tu.
Sasa for me ilikuwa very challenging.
Huyu ni chairman wa nini? Wa main conference. Tutaita all our husbands together, all of them. Guys, we have found your chairman. Because what?
Yeah.
So on the other hand, you were so organized. Nini nilikuwa kushtua about her?
Yeah.
Juu sasa yeye yuko hivyo.
Siwezi sema nilikuwa nastuka, but now I found myself doing like everything. I'm doing it, so ata join in tu. Nikianza kukuja nguo lazima atu.
So ukikuja nguo ana join in. Anasikia aibu.
Nasikia ukiangalia side yake na side yako. And not that I'm badly off. I'm organized. But him is top tier organization. Till to date, our wardrobes don't look the same. And me, I don't organize his side.
Shirt is a black pamoja.
Kila color coded.
Evie.
Yeah.
Evie. Oh, wow,
Yeah.
that's really nice. Which other things, which challenges did you go through?
Alikuwa very strict. Aliniambia nisichukue anything kutoka, cause me I was living in my cupboard sitter. Nisibebe anything kutoka kwangu. So I had to sell everything and give my sister.
Ndio usiwahi mwambia hii ni yangu. Ama
I don't know the concept. For me is because zinanimekia sense.
What's the concept?
I didn't say that I knew really what was the concept, but now I can relate. It was so good when you're buying our things
Together, yes. Doing it together was nice.
We furnished our house, we moved, and we started living. And for me, what really changed later is, unajua lazima ukoe kwa kamera. Yeah, recording everything.
It's not your cup of tea.
Kabla ukule food lazima kamera ikule.
To shoot.
I didn't know about that.
First of all, me, I was shocked. How is he not on social media?
Oh.
Like hana account. Yeah, Instagram or anything. Yeah, the man. I mean, for me, ilikuwa weird. Like, who's not on Instagram?
Yeah, who's not on social media?
Yeah, who's not? Like, hata kareka account ka Facebook ka kitambo. Hana.
Ay.
Yeah. So nilikuwa nafanya vitu ananiuliza hiyo alafu hiyo picha utaweka. Na mambo sina post social media nini, and that time I wasn't doing content nini, niko tu sina nita post. Then he's like, oh, okay, so yeah, so people do that. So you can do vlogs, you can do what?
So you can shoot.
You can shoot. So nikaanza kumwelezea, oh yeah, this is what I love to do. I love to vlog. Kwanza that time it was just like hobby. Hata siko eti kuko na any brands or anything monetary out of it. So we started now doing our documenting the journey and vlogging. Leo tuna viti, tunauza, tumefanya nini. Akapenda hata zaidi sasa kunishinda. Sasa ni ananiambia tufanye, tu record tu
So did you ever go through major challenges?
Yeah, for me I would say tulikuwa na like personality differences. Yeah, and it used to hinder us. It's bado too, we are still figuring out. Because he's such a person who's very calm.
He's an introvert.
Yes.
You're an extrovert.
Yes. And he's calm, and for me, kukiwa na shida, nataka logically. Me, I'm thinking logic. Tutafanya hivi na hivi, tuweze kusuluhisha this thing. But for him, he will take time to think about it. So niko like, why is this taking forever? So tunakosana because of the personality and all. Hadi nikakuja kusema, ni sawa, wewe, you're the head of the home. Take your time to think. If the boat sinks, it's okay.
About tunatoshana mimi na wewe.
Yeah.
At least. At least I have someone who we are the same.
Yeah. Yeah. So for me, I didn't understand unafikiria aje. Nilikuwa naona anafikiria pole pole. Sasa I was in return unapata, as a woman you're not also very, your words and your tone and your you can be very harsh to him. So it really costed us a lot. And my best couple akatuambia tu, you just wachana naye, let him lead, and just ask God to give you wisdom to understand his way of leadership. It might not be how you think in your head. Yeah, 1 + 1 is 2, but it might take time for him to anajua ni 2, but the path we get to that 2 is different. And it's just learning every day. Atujafika, but it's just learning. His way of number 2, of getting to 2 is very different from mine. Yeah.
Some of the beautiful memories you guys have made together.
For me, you two, having done things the right way. I think the right way is different to everyone. And for me, this is how I really envisioned getting married to be. So the beautiful moment of the engagement, of the rorashio, of the wedding, yeah, that was very, very beautiful. Yeah. I launched my parlor, and he also opened a garage. Like, hizo milestones, a growth is very nice memories to us. Yeah.
Devi, your beautiful memories.
For me, it's content. We were one day on.
Love.
Yeah, let the guy talk.
Okay.
Let him talk about content. He wants to talk about content.
We went to Kirinyaga down there, Groban, and we had to shoot a video because we were waiting for so long.
Yeah.
And then we realized, so you don't need a fancy place to shoot a video. And we did a video on the car, and the video.
Yeah, it's blue.
Oh.
Yeah.
And then we were like, okay, so we can do it. And since then, I always remember, like, if that worked, so wherever else I am, any content I can do. Yeah.
That was a beautiful memory.
Yeah, that's a beautiful.
Which other beautiful memory?
The day of our wedding, it was so good. To me, I always feel like, even every time I see those pictures, I say, these were so good. These were so good.
Yeah.
And since then, I like going to weddings, and I really love weddings. So I find that day was so good.
It was beautiful.
Yeah.
Yeah, and also I'd love to remind you of a memory I want to hear, but you're not telling me about it. Recently, you guys announced your pregnancy.
Oh, yes.
Can you talk about that memory, please?
Hey. Oh, yeah. God has blessed us with a child. We're expectant this year, and it's a very beautiful addition to our family. It's such a nice memory. Kwanza, whenever we go for our clinics and we hear the heartbeats and all, inakwanga so nice. Yeah.
Tuambie memory ya kuambiwa there's something cooking in the oven. How was it for you?
For some days, not days, for some months. Kienda clinic.
Nakwambia ana processingi pole pole.
So ni true. It took you time to process.
Yeah.
But now every day, hata sasa inabonga mtoto anagonga, but I have never had it. So I'm waiting. I'm waiting.
Okay, hebu niambie kwa nini take months ku process? So alikuwa unamwambia baada ukumbuke niko na ball. Oh, uko nayo?
Anaklak at when we are telling our friends and our friends are shocked. Even him, he's being anakuwa shocked. With each friend we tell, unamwona disengine anachukua tupajini, anajipanguza tumachozi. Niko like, kwani story? You just think bad.
Anakuwa shocked na each friend.
Each friend. Na tumetoka kwa nyumba tukasema today we are going to tell akina Rach. Tukifika hapo inakanika story ni yangu. Pia yeye.
Anakushokiwa. Anakuwa announcewa.
Yeah.
But I'm pregnant. Oh my God, there you are.
Imagine.
Oh, that's beautiful.
Yeah.
I'm so happy for you guys. Congratulations.
Thank you.
When the time comes, safe delivery.
Amen.
We pray for you guys.
Thank you.
We pray for you guys. Games of love. My first question to you: what's your spouse's favorite meal?
Favorite ni ngumu najua tu worst.
Worst ni?
Yeah, githeri.
Githeri. Na yako?
Something that has spicy chicken. Mweza.
Aha. If your spouse could travel anywhere in the world, where would they choose first?
Saizi maybe Dubai because of business.
Na spouse wako ni wapi anaweza choose?
South Africa.
Oh. What was your first gift your spouse gave you? Anashtuka. Naamini. Amini ukumbuki. Ama Yvonne unaweza msaidia. Msaidie.
It was your birthday and I bought you outfit, jeans, what?
Hebu kwanza mkumbushe birthday yake ni lini? Remind him.
Lie.
Na yeye gift yake yako alipea kwanza ilikuwa gani Yvonne?
Gift ya kwanza ilikuwa flower. Na chocolate.
Yaani zake unakumbuka but zenye umepewa ukumbuki. Devi, what's your spouse's shoe size?
38, 39.
Ni kweli? Na yake?
42.
What is that one habit, Yvonne, that your spouse has that annoys you?
You could take time.
Kutake time kufikiria.
Kufanya vitu.
Na wewe Devi?
Kutosikiza watu wengine wakiongea.
Nikuta kunisomea.
Like an override conversation ama?
Yeah.
I go always kwa hiyo conversation.
Like we are talking, hebu fanya venye unafanyanga. So Devi tulikuwa tunasema. Hivyo sasa.
But I'm learning. I need it.
Unataka kukua kwa hiyo conversation.
I need it by the end but this you won't but nowadays I give people time to
apparently we are like the same.
For
Mimi na
real?
wewe.
Yeah.
What is your partner's dream car?
Prado VXL. Yeah.
Na wewe?
Mercedes.
Oh, thank you.
My God.
Aha. Who is more likely to apologize first as they at an argument? Oh. Na wewe? Ulisema?
Mimi nikikasirika. Mimi nimekasirika.
Aha. The final question that I ask all couples here. If your love story was a movie, ipatie jina. Each one of you.
Love life. Love escapade. But ianze na divorce.
Ianze tu na divorce.
Yeah.
Now after content, I always see our marriage in a romantic way, and people can learn something maybe from us, and they apply to their marriage and it can work. So we fit in that romantic movies where the story ends with love. So I don't know which one we have never had.
The story ends with love.
Yes.
Hiyo inakaa ni line fiti.
Netflix wapi?
Si ndio? The story ends with love.
The story ends with love.
The story ends with love. Yeah, so thank you so much guys for coming. Thank you so much for joining us. I hope you've thought of a song that you're about to kutumalizia nayo. So guys, thank you so much guys for joining us. The Davons with their beautiful, beautiful love story. Please go back from the beginning and watch it one by word. Ndio msikize hii story vizuri. And also if you want us to share your love story, make sure you reach out to us on WhatsApp. WhatsApp, usipige simu, WhatsApp us on 0141 540 580. We're going to write the numbers down there. Make sure you reach out to us. If you want us to read a love story, a love letter to your loved one, make sure you also write it down on WhatsApp. We're going to reach out to you. So guys, make sure you also follow us on our social media platforms, KBC Channel 1, Heart and Soul, and on my social media platforms, Pick and Narrate, and also our guests. YouTube channel, The Davons. See you on our next episode of Heart and Soul.
The Kenya Bureau of Standards will host the 32nd African Organization for Standardization, ARSO, General Assembly and ARSO Week 2026 under the theme Standards Enabling Intra-Africa Trade under the Africa Continental Free Trade Area, AFCFTA. One certificate working for you. Over 60 countries, hundreds of delegates, trade experts and policy makers coming together to advance harmonized standards and unlock seamless trade through the African Organization for Standardization. The chief guest is His Excellency, the Deputy President, Professor Kithure Kindiki. Watch this General Assembly live on KBC Channel 1 from 11 a.m. on Wednesday, the 26th of August, 2026. The African Organization for Standardization. One certificate working for you.
This is Sunday Express, being the 23rd of August 2026. We have so much in store for you, from matters politics all the way to sports. But before we get to the details, how about a look, a sneak peek into what Sunday Express tonight is all about?
Pesa ya kusomesha watoto wetu wa third term bilioni 18. Wiki iliyopita tulituma hiyo pesa, tayari iko shuleni.
All set for the third term. Basic learning institutions reopened on Monday. President William Ruto confirms capitation has been disbursed.
Mimi sina haja na kiti yeyote. Tunaelewana?
I am not a sponsor. Uhuru Kenyatta responds to allegations of financing opposition, calls for peaceful campaigns. And a new strategy to curb goonies. CS Kipchumba Murkomen says police will arrest suspects before committed.
Welcome back. Or rather, if you're joining us, well, you are in the right space. I'm Regina Manyara, and my colleague on sign language is none other than Byron Abuli. Now, back to school commences next week, and basic learning institutions across the country are set to officially begin the third and final term of 2026 on Monday, the 24th of August, 2026. Now, the 9-week-long learning period will mark the final stretch of this year's academic calendar, expected to be largely defined by preparations for the national examinations and assessment for candidates in various levels of learning. John Kahiro with the details of this term's academic cycle.
After weeks of the August holiday, classrooms will once again come alive from Monday as learners across the country resume learning for the final stretch of the 2026 academic calendar. Guidelines by the Ministry of Education indicate that learners in basic education institutions will report back to school on Monday and will remain in session until the 23rd of October 2026. Teacher training colleges will also reopen on the same day and will run up until the 6th of November 2026. The resumption of learning for the third term now marks the beginning down to this year's national examinations and assessments as learners and teachers race against time to prepare for the tests. In line with this year's examinations calendar, the Kenya Primary School Education Assessment KPSEA is expected to run from Monday, the 26th of October to Wednesday, the 20th of October 2026, while the Kenya Junior School Education Assessment KJSEA will begin on Monday, the 26th of October, and climax on Friday, the 30th of October 2026. The second batch of candidates to undertake the Kenya Certificate of Secondary Education KCSE examinations will sit for their oral and practical papers on 19th of October 2026 before embarking on the written examinations, which will commence on the 2nd of November, with the exam cycle concluding on the 20th of November 2026. Ahead of the planned reopening, parents and students traveling back to school deeper into their pockets as transport operators raise fares during the back-to-school rush. Parents accuse operators of unnecessarily hiking the fares when families are already struggling with the cost of school-related expenses.
Bwana, tuwaomba serikali ijaribu kushughulikia mambo haya kwa njia kwamba barabara zizidi kupanuliwa. Zikiwa usafiri utakuwa haraka, na pia waangalie upande wa mafuta. Mafuta ndio inafanya wanaongeza bei haraka.
John Kahiro for Sun.
And come next week, you can bet we're going to be keeping tabs on the back to school. Now, President William Ruto says the government has already disbursed 18 billion shillings for school capitation for third term ahead of the resumption of studies next week. Speaking in Taita Taveta County, the head of state dismissed claims by opposition that the education sector was in limbo, saying the government has invested both in infrastructure for schools as well as enhancing funding for higher education.
Day before reopening of schools, President William Ruto has announced the disbursement of 18 billion shillings for school capitation for the third term.
Kuanzia mwaka huu Januari, pesa inatangulia shuleni, watoto wanafuata baadaye. Hata saa hizi pesa ya kusomesha watoto wetu wa third term bilioni 18. Wiki iliyopita tulituma hiyo pesa, tayari iko shuleni.
Speaking at a church service in Taita Taveta County, the president defended the university funding model, saying it will equalize opportunities regardless of the economic background.
Na sababu hiyo ndio tulibadilisha ile funding model ya zamani ambayo ilikuwa imegandamiza mauniversity zetu. Sasa tuko na funding model mpya na tumeongezea kuiboresha zaidi. Sasa nimeirudisha bunge. Hawa kina Bwire na wabunge wenzake watapiga msasa, ndio kuanzia mwaka ujao tuwe na pesa ya kutosha. Hakuna mtoto tena ambaye ataenda university ama aende TVET ama aende KMTC ati akose nafasi ya kusoma kwa sababu ya mambo ya pesa.
The head of state dismissed his critics over development in the country, saying the transformation was visible. He assured Taita Taveta residents that he was keen on equitable development across the country.
Nilisema ya kwamba wakati tunafanya maendeleo sehemu zingine za Kenya, tunajenga stadium kubwa Nairobi, tunajenga stadium kubwa Eldoret, tunajenga stadium kubwa Kisumu, tunajenga stadium kubwa Kakamega. Mimi nawauliza watu wa Taita Taveta, tukijenga stadium kubwa hapa Voi iko makosa? Kuna wengine wanatuambia ati iko makosa kujenga stadium hapa Voi.
Ruto also took a swipe at the opposition, accusing them of balkanizing the country without any alternative ideas.
Na unajua hawa watu ni wakupangwa, hawa watu ni wakukodeshwa, hawa watu ni wakutumwa, hawa watu ni wakulipwa. Wameambiwa endeni tu mpinge ile kila kitu William Ruto anafanya. Enda pinga housing, enda pinga sijui, enda pinga SHA, enda pinga ile ingine, enda pinga ile ingine. Yule mwenye kuwatuma hajawaeleza mkipinga hiyo William Ruto anafanya yenu ni gani.
Leaders from Taita Taveta County who accompanied the president drummed up support for his re-election, accusing previous regimes of starving the county of development.
Sisi watu wa Taveta, Your Excellency, sisi ni kama yule mmoja aliyemrudia Yesu kusema asante. Your Excellency, tunasema asante kwa barabara ya kutoka Taveta kwenda Njukini mpaka Ilasiti. Your Excellency, tunasema asante kwa barabara ya kutoka Taveta Sesi kwenda Rekeke kwenda Mata mpaka Lake Jipe.
So jamani, tukae chini sote, hata ikiwezekana 2027 ikiwezekana hata sio 90%, tupiane kura za kisawa sawa. Your Excellency, ningeomba ukisaidia hawa wananchi wako na mbegu ziweze kufika mapema. Your Excellency, mwaka ujao hutakuwa na tatizo la chakula hapa Kenya, manake watapanda mahindi hapa, na wakipanda mahindi miezi minne, Your Excellency, watakuwa wanavuna.
Sisi kama watu wa Taita Taveta tumekataa kupotoshwa na siasa potovu ambayo ni ya kupotosha na kupofusha watu macho eti wasia.
Chira, Sunday Express.
Still on matters politics, retired President Uhuru Kenyatta has addressed speculation surrounding his alleged involvement in the 2027 general election campaigns, saying he's not sponsoring the opposition. Speaking in Kitale, Trans Nzoia County, during the 23rd anniversary of the death of former Vice President Michael Kijana Wamalwa, Uhuru asked the political class to allow Kenyans to freely choose their preferred leaders, warning against blocking rivals from accessing political spaces.
Retired President Uhuru Kenyatta led his top politicians, including former Vice President Kalonzo Musyoka and former Minister Charity Ngilu, and principals in the united opposition in honoring the legacy of the late Vice President Michael Kijana Wamalwa in the political space. The leaders who gathered in Kitale, Trans Nzoia County, went down memory lane mainly to the 1997 and 2002 general elections, with Uhuru revealing he had sought Wamalwa, who was in the then President Daniel Moi's camp, to be his running mate.
Akaniambia bana, mimi niko upande mwingine, lakini hakuniibia asiri ya vile watakuja na nguvu. Na jameni, walikuja na nguvu, wakatufurusha na Moi, tukaambiwa twende tukapumzike, na mimi nikatii amri, kwa sababu hiyo amri ilikuwa ya viongozi, na viongozi wetu ni nani? Ni nyinyi wananchi wa Jamhuri ya Kenya. Na tukatii amri, na wakachukua usukani na wakaendelea na uongozi wa taifa, lakini hatukuwa na uadui.
Your Excellency Uhuru Kenyatta, pole sana, tulikufanya namna hiyo, lakini sasa wewe uko kwa uwanja, na nataka kusema join us so that we can liberate, tukomboe Kenya.
But the reflections were not in vain, as the underlying message focused heavily on the forthcoming 2027 general election.
Vile umoja wa taifa unaweza patwa kupitia watu kuweka tofauti za kikabila na za kibinafsi kando and subordinating personal ambition to the national interest.
Na hii si mchezo. Na hii si mchezo. This is going to be tough for all of us.
Jameni, chungeni. Mimi sitaki kuitwa sponsor bana. Mimi sitaki mambo mingi. Mimi nimesema ya kwamba chaguo ni la nani? Chaguo ni la nani? Hii mambo ya kuzuia wengine kufanya mikutano, ya kufanya nini ni kurudisha Kenya nyuma. Na watu wasiseme ya kwamba yale ambaye nasema mimi naingilia siasa. Mimi sina haja na kiti yeyote. Tunaelewana?
Acknowledging his retired status, the former president, who currently serves as the African Union Kenya Peace Envoy and facilitator of the East African Community-led Nairobi Peace Process, called for peaceful democratic engagements as campaigns heighten.
Kama ni kuomba kura, tuombe kwa amani. Wananchi wana ujuzi wa kujua. Wakisema wanataka Kalonzo ni Kalonzo. Wakisema wanataka Ruto ni Ruto. Wakisema wanataka Matiang'i ni Matiang'i. Wakisema wanataka Sifuna, Sifuna.
Kwa sababu Uhuru ako na haki ya kuongea vile ameongea hapa bila kudhulumiwa, kwa sababu ameonyesha uongozi. Amesema wazi hataki kiti chochote.
United opposition principles sustained their plan to back one candidate in the race to State House in 2027.
I will be among the very first people to say one united candidate. Tungane pamoja kwa sababu sisi ni wamoja, ili tulete mabadiliko na maendeleo kwa nchi yetu tukufu ya Kenya.
Sunday Express.
On that note, we take a quick break. We'll be right back with more on Sunday Express. Do not go away.
The wait. KBC Eco Huduma Center. Kupata huduma za KBC imekuwa rahisi. From digital guidance and signet services to booking of commercial adverts and documentaries. Visit our dedicated desks at Huduma Center GPO, Times Square, Makadara, Kibera or Eastleigh. Tunakungoja hapo. Whether it's a casual announcement or a specialized media solution for your business, we are here to serve you. KBC at Huduma Centers. Moving closer to you. Your station.
Unadhani kuendesha toto? Fikiria tena. Wakati kikosi cha wanavitim vurugu ndizo huwa chakula cha na fujo ndizo siku
Sifanyagi kazi.
Kuanzia mabishano yanayokia
ya chakula
hadi orders zina
yawi ukua ama ulikuwa unataka nikuwekee kwa kikombe.
Sahani ni mtihani. Shujaa wa wateja watapata chakula au hata ya kuonja. Usikoni kwenye vitimbi. Jumatatu saa 1:30 usiku kupitia KBC.
Welcome back. This is Sunday Express. Now, the government is warning that individuals planning to cause violence at political rallies will be arrested before they reach the venue. Interior Cabinet Secretary Kipchumba Murkomen says security agencies are adopting preventive measures to identify and apprehend suspected goons before they disrupt political gatherings. He made the remarks in Kericho County during the 3rd edition of the Belgut Marathon.
The government says it will no longer wait for violence to erupt before taking action. Interior Cabinet Secretary says security agencies are now deploying a new strategy that involves identifying goons before they act. Murkomen, who spoke in Belgut, Kericho County, commended the Inspector General in place measures to ensure intelligence on planned violence is acted upon before a rally takes place.
Mimi nataka kushukuru Inspector General of Police ya kwamba mpya ya kuhakikisha tukipata ripoti wanashikwa kabla hata mkutano hujafanyika. Ngozi kama wenye tumewaona tayari wakipanga mikutano wanapanga tu na to advise the people of Kenya that you don't have police. It is not a must.
He defended the national police criticism over its handling of recent political gatherings have continued to perform their duties despite facing attacks.
Salama yenye polisi walileta kwa Homa Bay ilikuwa ina escort kina Orengo na timu yake wali escort mpaka askari wetu akapigwa na wauni na mmoja.
His remarks come amid a recent spate of political violence attributed to goonism, with the latest incidents in Homa Bay County causing fatalities. And Interior Principal Secretary Dr. Raymond Omolo echoed the call for Kenyans to reject political incitement.
Na kama vijombe tuwasi kuna viongozi ambao wana ama kutuchochea hao, na kama kuna kiongozi ama upendi matamshi yake kwa mkutano zao.
Warning comes as the government steps up calls for peaceful political engagement, with security agencies expected to continue monitoring rallies and acting on intelligence on potential threats. Maria Ambo reporting for Sunday Express.
Matters politics. The Democracy for Citizens Party leader Rigathi Gachagua has faulted Interior Cabinet Secretary over his remarks, warning Kenyans from attending meetings infiltrated by goons. Gachagua says police must uphold neutrality in politics and should firmly deal with goons, warning that Murkomen's advisory could curtail political participation.
DCP party leader Nyeri and Kirinyaga counties. Interior Cabinet Secretary Kipchumba handling of goons who have consistently disrupted.
Anasema nyinyi mkisikia goons wako pahali, don't go there. Can you imagine? What kind of advice is that from a Minister of Security? The police dealing with the goons, and you are telling Kenyans, if they hear they are goons and police confirm they are goons, you keep away. If the police confirm they are goons, why can't they?
Further warned against invoking retired President Uhuru Kenyatta's name in political rallies, saying the former head of state deserves an honorable retirement.
Wachana na Uhuru Kenyatta. Uhuru Kenyatta must remain clean and be allowed to enjoy his retirement.
But Health Cabinet Secretary Aden Duale sustained his criticism on Kenyatta, accusing him of sponsoring opposition activities.
You missed to put a puppet in 2022 election. Now you want to put another puppet in 2027. And we are telling the people of Kenya, please, in the next election, let us elect the president, every presidential candidate, based on their track record.
Duale called for unity, appealing to leaders across the spectrum to reject divisive politics that threaten national cohesion. Meanwhile, Kakamega Deputy Governor Ayub Savula has called on to pray for Kenyans and the nation to ensure next year's general election is conducted peacefully.
Tumekuwa na mkutano ya linda mwananchi kule Homa Bay, watu 4 wakafariki, including a police officer who is supposed to provide security. We are dealing on dangerous grounds.
And a section of clergy led by AIPCA National Archbishop Bishop Samson Muthuri has cautioned Kenyan youth against allowing themselves to be used as goons by politicians ahead of the 2027 general elections.
Goonism, destruction of properties, insult and what have you, they will not solve our problems. What can solve our problems is a soberness.
This even as youth in Bomet resolved to uphold peace and tolerance ahead of the election. Till Express.
23 years after his death, the political legacy of the late Vice President Michael Kijana Wamalwa continues to inspire the current political leadership. On Sunday, top political figures in Kenya joined the family and friends in Trans Nzoia County to honor a man remembered for championing unity and shaping the country's democratic transition. The commemorations of the late Wamalwa's Milimani home in Kitale brought together retired President Uhuru Kenyatta, former Vice President and now Wiper Patriotic Front leader Kalonzo Musyoka, Charity Ngilu and People's Liberation Party leader Martha Karua, among other leaders, with calls for the country to draw lessons from the late Vice President's approach to leadership and political accommodation.
A solemn ceremony in remembrance of the late Vice President Michael Kijana Wamalwa began with prayers and tributes, then followed the laying of wreaths at his mausoleum. The late Michael Kijana Wamalwa died on August 23, 2003, aged 59, barely 8 months after becoming Kenya's 8th Vice President under President Mwai Kibaki. At his 23rd memorial, retired President Uhuru Kenyatta reflected on the historic election in 2002, saying he learned important lessons.
We are a democratic society, and those democratic ideals were fought for hard by the man, amongst others, who we honor today.
Uhuru also launched My Country First, a commemorative biography documenting the late Wamalwa's life in political legacy. The president also contributed to the foreword to the book. A trained lawyer and the late Wamalwa entered elective politics in the 1970s and was eventually elected Member of Parliament for Saboti constituency in 1979. Some of political milestones include taking over leadership of Ford Kenya in 1994, following the demise of Jaramogi, finishing fourth behind Daniel Arap Moi, Mwai Kibaki and Raila Odinga in the 1997 and joining forces with the late Mwai Kibaki, the late Raila Odinga, Kalonzo Musyoka and Charity Ngilu to form the National Rainbow Coalition (NAC) ahead of the 2002 general election. The coalition ended the Kenya African National Union KANU's long hold on power when Kibaki defeated KANU's candidate Uhuru Kenyatta in the 2002 election. 2 decades after Wamalwa's death, political leaders at his memorial say his example continues to offer lessons on leadership, political accommodation, and the importance of putting the country before personal political ambitions.
Wamalwa Kijana was one of the cleanest leaders in this country. That's why he died poor. Hakuchukua kitu ya mtu.
Tusome kutoka kwa Wamalwa na Kibaki na timu hii ya Kinangilu, vile umoja wa taifa unaweza patwa kupitia watu kuweka tofauti za kikabila na za kibinafsi kando and subordinating personal ambition to the national interest.
Jacqueline Masharia for Sunday Express.
May his soul continue resting in peace. Now, a section of leaders drawn from East Samburu, Isiolo, Marsabit and Laikipia counties gathered at the Lake Kisima in Samburu County in a meeting meant to find a lasting solution to insecurity witnessed in the counties. The elders expressed regret over the number of people who have died while hundreds are displaced by banditry and war among pastoral communities.
At Lake Kisima in Samburu County, tens of elders are seen performing the traditional deep connection to tradition and but these chants are peculiar. This is not an ordinary meeting.
Ukiona Samburu Council of Elders wanakuja hapa, wanaamini kwamba kile watapitisha, kile wanaongea wako na Mungu hapa. Kwa hivyo I just want to say this is a sacred lake ambayo Wasamburu wanaamini.
The elders are here to talk to each other and probably the larger pastoral communities to at least find a lasting solution to endless conflicts and banditry in Samburu, Isiolo, Marsabit and Laikipia counties.
Na watu wengi sana wamepoteza maisha Hiyo ndio kitu tunasikia mbaya sana. Vijana wetu wengi, utakuta hata familia moja walikuwa na vijana kama 7, sasa hii hakuna mtu ako. Watu wameisha. Na hatuoni huko mbele hii shida itaisha lini.
Shida gani imefanya sisi wasee kushindwa na kazi yetu ya wasee tangu? Na tunawezaje kurekebisha haya maneno ndiposa tuweze kupata ukweli na uongozi wa wasee katika Samburu katika kaunti ya Samburu.
Hundreds of families in the said counties have no decent place to lay their heads after being displaced.
Amani inamaanisha mchanga zetu, mali zetu na watu wetu. Tumekuwa na mzukozuko aina yoyote na majirani zetu. Mfano area hiyo Poro, watu wetu wanabeba title mfukoni na tumekaa kama marefugee.
The elders are appealing for the government's intervention to restore peace and harmony among pastoral communities.
Tumeandikia county government, lakini hata tunataka tu tusaidie hata na national government, lakini hawajakataa. Upande ya DC walikuwa wametuita mara mingi, lakini tunataka tuwe pamoja, tushirikiane ili tupate uwezo ya kufika mahala hizo.
Kasichana Masha, Sunday Express.
Blue economy projects in Migori County are set to transform the livelihoods of fishing communities along the shores of Lake Victoria. One of the key projects is the construction of the Got Kachola Fish Landing Bay in Nyatike Sub-County, which is part of government's efforts to invest in fisheries and support local communities that depend on aquatic resources.
Got Kachola Fishing Landing Bay in Nyatike Sub-County, Migori County, is currently 40% complete. It is expected to provide a modern and organized space for fishermen and traders to conduct business. The landing bay will improve fish handling, storage and marketing, allowing fisherfolk to access more buyers and negotiate better prices for their catch.
We have the fish processing plant, which is the biggest one that we have here. And then we have the administration block, is the only story building that we have. And then we have the fish receiving banda next to us. And then we have the omena storage there.
Sasa sisi wenyewe tutakuwa na sauti ya kuongea kama wavuvi. Sababu ukikuja na bei mbaya, sitakupatia kuuzia samaki sababu na mahali pa kutunza hiyo samaki. Sasa kwa hiyo hii mradi kwa sisi tumefurahia sana.
The project is also expected to promote value addition through activities such as processing and packaging, reducing post-harvest losses. Furthermore, improved road infrastructure around the site will further enhance accessibility, strengthening connections between fishermen and wider markets.
Na bila hii project imekuja hapa, tutachukua hiyo samaki tuweke kwa fridge. Tukiweka hapo kwa ice tutakuwa tukiuza vizuri. Tena tutauza ile bei mzuri.
Wanunuzi wengi ama wateja wengi watakuja kununua samaki hapa. Kwa hivyo watu wetu pia watapata soko.
Residents say completion of the project will provide a major boost to economic activities in the area and improve the livelihoods of communities that rely on Lake Victoria for income and sustenance.
Watu wetu ama watoto wetu ama vijana wetu watapata ajira hapa. Sababu mradi iko nyumbani, lazima watu wetu ndio wapate ajira. Hiyo tena ni muhimu wa mradi kuja nyumbani.
It will bring so many things. So many people will come from different places to come and see what the project is bringing to us. It is a mother beach, the way some people talked. So many beaches have been separated from here.
Joy Naomi reporting for Sunday Express.
Are you ready for the next big thing in tech? Well, we'll spotlight Kenya's brightest young minds, game-changing startups, and breakthrough technology that are shaping our future. From AI and robotics to sustainable futures, we bring you the stories behind the scenes. KBC Channel 1. Remember, tech starts here.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning, Kenya.
Wake up with Good Morning Kenya, the morning show that's got it all.
We dive deep into issues
shaping our country.
Youth are a voice of a nation.
What is the next step for the young people?
Unpacking political landscape from Monday to Wednesday.
We discuss family matters.
It is very important to guard your relationship.
And for your health.
Someone doesn't wake up and they become an addict. It's in stages.
We've got you covered each and every Tuesday at 9 a.m.
Every Wednesday, it's all about The Viewpoint.
A day in politics is like 1,000 years.
Unpacking the biggest stories of the week, getting you insights and getting you ready for your day.
And the package is not yet done. I get to fix your Thursday with some entertainment. Entertainment Thursday, it is.
Good morning, Kenya.
We shape your day.
Good morning, Kenya. Every weekday morning on KBC Channel 1.
Still with Sunday Express, and now we shift focus to the counties where the government has invested approximately 18 billion shillings in the development projects across Busia County over the last 3 years in what it says is a deliberate investment meant to spur economic growth in the border county. This and more stories from our counties.
The Principal Secretary for Micro, Small and Medium Enterprises, Susan Mangeni, says the country, targeting to improve livelihoods and accelerate development.
Projects sorted just in the last 3 years. Busia County, we brought here projects worth 18 billion. 18 billion Kenyan shillings. 18 billion.
In Laikipia County, young people have turned to sports in a campaign aimed at curbing drug abuse, school dropout rates and early marriages.
To advocate abstinence from drug and substance abuse. So inatusaidia sana kama jamii kuelimisha vijana haswa waache kutumia madawa za kulevya na wamakinike, na pia tuweze kuelimisha sana sana mtoto wa msichana.
And former West Pokot County Senator Samuel Pogisio has called on the government to implement affirmative action and targeted support to communities living in areas previously affected by banditry.
Naona MPR wako hapa, nimeona hata KDF wenyewe wako hapa. Kwa hivyo hiyo security inapatia watu kuamini ya kwamba sasa tunalindwa vizuri sana. Apart from security, ilete maendeleo yote ingine hapa, iweke pesa hapa.
And finally, in Nairobi County, a 55-year-old visually impaired woman at Baraka Estate in Kariobangi South is pleading for help after she was allegedly evicted from her house over rental arrears amounting to 610,000 shillings by the Nairobi City County Government.
Pato ghafla na watu wa housing ya Nairobi County wakitaka kunifungia nyumba. Na ukweli walikuwa wamefunga, na hata ndio wafunge wakanibebea viti na meza, na saa hii sina viti wala meza, na niko na wamelipea deadline ya mpaka Jumatatu kwa sababu nyumba iko na deni ya 610,000.
Well, that puts a cap on matters news, but we are not done here on Sunday Express. Coming up in not too long is none other than Daniel Wahome with what has been happening in the sporting arena. So do keep it right here.
In the right places, from the tea to the soul of our culture. Taste the magic. Bite. From authentic flavors to unforgettable experiences. Into the wild. Secrets older than time. discover places you've never imagined. Waiting. This is not just travel. Culture is magical. Kenya, feel the magic.
In a world where news is ever changing, staying informed is more important than ever.
Join us every week on News Check, your go-to show for the latest in current affairs, breaking news and in-depth analysis.
A warm welcome to KBC News Check.
From politics to global events, we bring you content that matter to you.
We're not just speaking about the governance and how we want to see it, but want to actually participate.
Get your facts, hear from the experts, and really understand what is happening around you.
We need to change our system first.
You have to do the impossible
to
make sure the message is home.
Stay ahead, stay informed, stay engaged.
Will these people, everybody agree?
Just listen to me.
Let's give him a chance to clear the air.
Catch News Check every Tuesday and Wednesday from 10 a.m. to 12 noon. Only on KBC Channel 1.
A very good evening to you. My name is Daniel Wahome and welcome to Prime Edition Sport. Africa's volleyball queens are ready for battle as the 2026 CFVB Women's African Nations Championship gets underway in Nairobi, with defending champions Kenya leading a 16-team field in the Continental Showdown. The participating teams have used today for registration and delegation formalities, with a mandatory technical meeting expected to finalize the 4 groups ahead of the matches tomorrow. The group stage runs from the 25th to the 29th of this month, with teams competing in round-robin matches. The top 2 sides in each group will advance to the knockout stages, which is the quarterfinals, scheduled for the 31st of this month to the 2nd of September. The semi-finals will be played at the Kasarani Indoor Arena on the 4th of September, followed by the bronze medal match and the final on the 5th of September. Malkia strikers will be chasing a record-extending 11th African title on home soil. The Kenya Defence Forces has emerged top in the men's category of the 2026 National Boxing League Leg 3 held at the Mumbona Stadium in Vihiga County. KDF amassed 23 points to claim the men's title ahead of Kenya Police Service, which finished second with 12 points. Kenya Prison settled for 3rd position. In the women's category, Club secured the top position with 7 points. KDF finished second, while Kenya Police Service took 3rd place. A total of 32 teams comprising 16 men's and 16 women's teams took part in the 3rd leg of the National League. The competition provided boxers with an opportunity to strengthen their preparations as the national boxing season progresses. And the 2026 League Ndogo East Africa Cup culminated today in Nairobi, with several exciting matches played across different age categories as young footballers battled for honors. In the under-15 category, League Ndogo Galaxy secured a convincing 3-0 victory over Generation Sharp Foot, while League Ndogo Earth edged Sakata Soccer by 2-1. League Ndogo Soccer Academy won the under-17 title, while Soccer Talent SA also produced a strong performance, beating Legacy FC 2-0. In the Under-11 Play Cup, Volve Soccer Academy claimed a narrow 1-0 victory over Blue Bombers as the tournament concluded. Blue Bombers were crowned the Under-9 Plate Cup champions, while Kesa SC lifted the Under-19 championship. Sakata Soccer Stars were also crowned Under-15 Plate Cup champions.
The main objective, of course, is for kids to have a fantastic organized tournament where they can play against each other. Over and above that, also, we have a platform for the kids to showcase their talent. And we have various scouts especially from the under 15, under 17, under 19 level. So, for example, we have the ongoing under 15 national team trials for Kenya. Some coaches were here who are involved in that, looking at the talent available.
And Alan Oyende has won the 17th edition of the National Scrabble Masters Championship after an impressive performance in the tournament held at Steamer Club Nairobi. Oyende finished top of the standings with 14 wins and 6 losses, recording a spread of plus 499 points to claim the title. Koyoko Bernard and Chris Okioma finished second and third respectively.
Over 20 players stand up for the 17th edition of the Scrabble Masters Championship, which culminated today at Steamer Club, Nairobi. Alan Oyende emerged victorious, finishing on top of the standings with 14 wins and 6 losses, recording a spread of plus 499 points to claim the title. The championship forms part of Kenya's preparations for the 2026 Africa Scrabble Championship, which is scheduled for October in Monrovia, Liberia.
This is a combination of both the older players and younger players who are coming up the ranks. So we try and encourage younger players that for you to be in the Masters, you need to attain this rating of 1500. So they're working hard, and you can see in the field here, we have a couple of youngsters.
Trying to grow the game in terms of bringing in new people. Originally, this game has been played mostly by the old people. You know, unlike these other sports, Scrabble gives you that chance to play over a very long time. So if you start playing it early, then you have a very long time. You can play it even up to, we have people as old as 70 that are still playing.
Oyende's victory will boost his confidence as Kenya's leading Scrabble players intensify preparations for the Continental Championship, where they'll be seeking top honors against Africa's best players.
African Scrabble Championship, actually, we have our last qualifier over the next weekend, a tournament that very many Kenyans are going to play.
They just have to be thorough in their games. They should not give up. Even when you are losing a game, you might spring up.
We have been playing qualifiers for the African Scrabble Championship that will be held in October in Monrovia, Liberia. For me, this is another reason why I come here, because it provides the highest level of competition and therefore highest level of preparation.
Frederick Muki for Sunday Express.
And former Kenya Pipeline Company Managing Director Joe Sang has completed his local preparations ahead of next Sunday's Sydney Marathon, where he will compete in his third World Marathon major race while raising funds to support needy children in Kenya. Through the Joe Sang Foundation, Sang currently supports 10 children and has also funded the construction of a classroom in Kitui County, which is set to be officially open next month. Sang made his World Marathon majors debut at the 2024 Chicago Marathon before taking part in the Berlin Marathon last year. He now turns his attention to the tougher Sydney course on the 30th of this month. The race will feature a strong African field, including Olympic and world champion Peres Jepchirchir, former London Marathon champion Vivian Cheruiyot, and Tanzania's world champion Alphonse Simbu.
Our key objective is education. Education in various forms, supporting in terms of school fees, uniform, as well as what goes with it, to make sure that the children are comfortable in school, as well as the infrastructure. And we do believe that with like-minded corporate coming to support us.
4, 5, 6.
And that's the sport for tonight. Well, I got to disappear because tomorrow I've got to be here bright and early for Sports Check at 10 a.m. But an update on some football. Well, the FKF Community Cup, that has been won by Tusker. They've beaten Gor Mahia by 3 goals to 1. Ray?
You'd have given me a warning. We lost as Gor Mahia. We lost.
Okay. I have a quick dial for an ambulance. Thank God you didn't collapse on set. All right. In the English Premier League, Brighton 4-0 winners over Aston Villa, Manchester City 2-1 winners over Bournemouth, and Newcastle United 2-2 draw with Liverpool FC. So that's what we've got. But Regina, Tuesday.
What is happening on Tuesday? Tuesday, what's happening? We are ready for Tuesday, though.
We are ready for Tuesday. Tuesday is going to Tuesday. Malkia Strikers are playing.
Nice. And as a sports partner of choice, KBC Channel 1, are we going to be...
Wait. Anyway, the most important thing.
Yes, Malkia Strikers are going to be playing on Tuesday.
Malkia Strikers are playing on Tuesday.
All right.
So if you've got all the time in your hands, there's only one place to be, where Malkia Strikers are playing. The last time Malkia Strikers played at the CAVB African Nations Championship in Kenya was in 2015, and they won.
Wow.
So, from Tuesday until the 5th of September, when the final is played, there is only one place where that trophy should stay.
I agree with you.
Nairobi.
Totally. I'm with
Nairobi.
you. I'm sold.
Nairobi.
I'm sold.
We don't need hair movers. We need Malkia Strikers.
We don't need hair movers.
We don't need hair movers. We just need Malkia Strikers to make sure the trophy stays in Nairobi.
In Nairobi.
And who is the biggest supporter of Malkia Strikers? Ni mimi na wewe.
I agree. Sawa. We will be supporting. Well, there you have it from our sports guru. That is none other than Daniel Wahome. You can catch him tomorrow as he discusses Malkia Strikers as well as other genres of sports there and on Sports Check. From me, we'll be keeping tabs on matters back to school. So all the parents and guardians out there, well, we wish you the very best and journey mercies to the students and pupils who are going to be going back to their various learning institutions. I'm Regina Manyara. I wish you a pleasant week ahead. My colleague on sign language has been none other than Byron Abuli.
Contemporary African photography through the lens of Zimbabwean-born, South African-based photographer Tatenda Chedora is a visual exploration of what it means to be African and Black today.
Some say I'm a fashion photographer, fine art photographer, commercial photographer, but I'm a visual storyteller. I love telling stories through photographs. We paint through light, and that's what basically photography is. I'm at Through the Lens Collective. I'm going to be developing some film today for a shoot that I did a few weeks ago. My photographic style is black, very black. That's what people say. There's a magnification that I place on black skin as an individual. There's a glorification. There's a celebration. And there's a beauty that I'm trying to translate with black skin and black subjects, and also translating other stories of identity in it. I've often been criticized of having a certain selection of subjects. It's either they're too black or it's a person with albinism, especially when it comes to my conceptual work.
In a fast-paced world that leans more to digital, Tatenda works mainly with digital photography, but the nostalgia and timelessness of film photography still makes it an attractive medium.
I pour in some fixer. The fixer fixes the image onto the film so that it doesn't rub off, so it becomes permanent onto the film. My preference is always film. There is a beauty also that comes with grade. I always say to people that digital is still trying to match film. You have film grades that people put over digital images. So there's still something that is authentic and raw when it comes to film photography. And from a creative perspective, it's a much longer process, but I feel like film allows you as an individual to think through the process. You have 36 or 12 slides in a roll of film, so it constricts you from wasting. So that allows you as an individual to be able to be more articulate, to be more concentrated, to be more focused. Whereas with digital, it's instant, it's immediate, and you shoot and look. With digital, you see it. And then on film, I will only see it after it comes from the lab, or I'll only see it after I've processed it.
The aesthetic of film photography carried out on a traditional handprint is something Tatenda appreciates. Though he can develop film himself, he requires the services of Dennis De Silva, the only remaining hand photo printer in the country.
There's a longevity of images printed on film paper is much longer than digitally printed prints. So there's always a beauty in having a handprint because it was carefully done. There's just a beautiful touch to it and having it as a handprint. When I was much younger, I used to cut out images from my mother's magazines. I always used to like that they were for like a school project and collage and put them in scrapbooks. So from there, I did build a subliminal visual library, and I've always had an interest in photographs. And then when I had the privilege of going to university, I went and I studied photography. The difference between commercial work and conceptual work is commercial work is always there to feed a certain market.
Today we are in Soweto. We're doing a lookbook shoot for a South African streetwear brand. We're in an open field, in a soccer ground. We've got beautiful Texas as our props, and yeah, we're gonna have so much fun.
So we're creating to lure in a certain type of people, a certain viewership, serving a certain market. So everything is always controlled. And then conceptual work, which is mostly my style of photography, especially in my personal work. So there it's thoughts, ideas, experiences, expressions, staging all of that up and recreating it and translating it in the way that I would have perceived it as a photographer. The special thing about this generation of African photographers is we have the ability to express ourselves. There is freedom. I think the world is also listening to our stories. They are now keen also just to hear the new narrative of art. Now we have an opportunity to be able to control our aesthetic, to be able to control our story, to also be able to control our narrative as Black people.
The wait is over. KBC Eco Huduma Center, starting with Nairobi. Za KBC imekuwa rahisi, from digital guidance and signet services to booking of commercial adverts and documentaries. Visit our dedicated desks at Huduma Center GPO, Times Square, Makadara, Kibera, or Eastleigh. Tunakungoja hapo. Whether it's a casual announcement or a specialized media solution for your business, we are here to serve you. KBC at Huduma Centers, moving closer to you. Your station, your service.
Hello good people, this is Dr. Joseph Muremi. Tunazidi kubadilisha maisha. Humanity has been my DNA. Tunazidi kubadilisha maisha, not only in Kenya, because God has been faithful. And service to humanity is service to God. And this is what we do at Save a Life. Before and after. Before and after. Before and after. This is amazing. And this is what we do. We indeed transform lives. Tuzidi kubadilisha maisha pamoja.
Mambo, ukoaje? Good to see you. Uendeleaje? Watembelea?
Yeah.
Good to see you. Mrembo wetu wa Catherine all the way from Eastern part. Wapi pale? Kwenye ni wapi? Makueni. Ule mrembo wa Makueni.
Just one pair of helping hands can mend the heart of broken lands. From Turkana's ground to a home that's true, a seed of hope can grow anew. Reach out your hand and save a life, and turn their darkness into save a life.
Asante sana Wakenya wote wenye walini support na Dr. Muremi na kikundi yake. Mungu awabariki, awazindishie. Kama ni mimi niko na smell siku ya leo, nashukuru sana. Mbarikiwe, sina maneno mingi. Mungu awabariki sana.
Thank you so much Save a Life na Wakenya wote. Mungu awabariki na zidi kuwainua. Thank you so much.
Thank you sana Save a Life na Wakenya wote. Mungu awabariki na watendee mema. Thank you so much.
Asante sana Save a Life community, Dr. Muremi na Wakenya wenzangu. Mungu awabariki na watendee mema.
Pastor Jane,
yes.
Tuambie how we work together. Tumekuwa family.
Yeah, we have been a family now for a while. My name is Jane Mude. I love Christ as my personal savior. And I met Dr. Joseph Muremi. It's about now 5 years. Huh? Yeah. We've been working together and we're seeing him transforming lives. It's been a blessing, even to me. There is a living proof ya kusema Mungu anatenda when you see Charles. I brought Charles on board when he needed medical attention. Nika involve Joseph Muremi. Look at Charles today, standing tall, excited, healed, he has recovered fully, back to his life, and we continue transforming life together.
Wow, thank you. Na mzee, mimi nimefurahia sana kukuona. Hiyo ni heshima kukuja. Mungu ni mwema. Sana. Umefika kwetu?
Kabisa. Kabisa.
Mimi nimeshukuru. Mzee ametembelea, biashara ametembelea hapa kwa ofisi yetu, na personally I'm very happy. And this is inakuwa heshima. Mimi najua aliacha kazi zake leo akasema tutembelee. Na umerudi kazi. Nimesikia last time ulikuwa job.
Nangangana.
Unajaribu.
Najaribu.
Naona hata msiezi jua ilikuwa side gani.
Huwezi kujua.
On a serious note.
Sasa pengine nikueleze.
Unless unieleze.
Pengine nikueleze. Nipande hii. Nipande hii.
Maybe unaambia watu maybe sasa hizo joezi ona ulikuwa mgonjwa wapi hiyo muda?
Hiyo nilikaa naye zaidi ya miaka 3.5.
Miaka 3.5. Ukatembea.
Nikatembea, nikaona sasa, nika give up.
Yes.
Sasa naye Mungu ni nani?
Yes.
Si alifanya kitendo.
Mimi nimefurahia kukuona. I'm excited even to see mzee kuja kwa ofisi yetu, hiyo ni heshima. And now hata siwezi jua alikuwa na tumor side gani. Huge transformation. And this is what we are doing. Service to humanity is service to God.
Service to humanity is service to God. And I have a great testimony. The time nilianza a process ya treatment, the time niliingia theater after the surgery, and now nilisema ni reflect vitu tatu. Leo ndawaambia hizo vitu tatu ni reflect. It was amazing. It was a good time first to fellowship with my creator. a good time with my God. Again, I reflected about why I was created. Again, I had also to reflect about humanity. Today I'm happy because I'm with Bishop Karanja, who is also going to share his testimony. A few months ago, alikuwa mgonjwa sana, pia alikuwa na tumor, na pia kapitia hiyo tu process ya kuona daktari, kuambiwa fanya investigation from CT scan, MRI, mpaka to the surgery, kuingia pale theater for hours, almost the whole day. It's not easy. Leo pia tutakuongelesha if you are sick, want to talk to you, tunakupea motisha, kuambia don't give up, don't give up. Kuja kujua sisi wote we are equal kama binadamu, na kila mtu, nasemaga anyone can be sick. Ugonjwa ni kama accident. That is why never profile someone because he is sick. I was able to afford, a lot of money. Bishop was able to afford. But there are so many Kenyans who cannot afford. That's why Save a Life is here. So I'm back because I want to go to all corners of this nation. In all the 47 counties. Sama kama Save a Life tuangalie tribe, race ama religion. Na leo tuko Bombolulu. Tuko na Joyce, aligonjeka, amekosa pesa ya hospitali. Watch this.
Mimi niko na tasi mbili, sijui ndio naitwa ile ya kukula mkoka. Sijui mtu akikula na kurusha mashavu. Mimi niko na hiyo kitu. Mtu nasikia anakuambia tangu ulipoanza kula mkoka au wazitema hiyo kitu. Na mtu mwenye anakujua alafu anakuambia hivi. Sasa unashinda mtu utamwambia nini? Okay. Sasa inabidi tu unamnyamazia, sasa utamwambia nini? Unamnyamazia, namwambia tu ni sawa, haina shida. Itafika wakati tu nitatema.
This is a painful story of loss, stigma, and a battle that Joyce never chose.
Kama hivi tayari nadaiwa nyumba. Dewa miezi miwili sijalipa. Lakini naimani tu nitalipa, sijui.
Our team travels to Mombasa County to witness the silent pain and the heartbreaking story of Joyce Bendera.
Kwa majina mimi naitwa Joyce. Mimi ni mama, niko na watoto wawili vijana. Sasa nimekuwa na hali ngumu, nimekuwa na maisha magumu. Sasa ndio siku moja dadangu akaona hawa watu wa hii shirika la Save Life. Akaona kwa sababu yeye ako na TV. Ndio akaja akanielezea, akanipa hii namba. Sasa yeye kwanza aliwapigia, akaja akanipiga picha, akasukuma hiyo namba, akasukuma hiyo picha huko, ndio baadaye akaja akaniambia basi itabidi hata wewe pia uchukue namba fanya nini, wapigie waone kama wataweza kuja kukusaidia. Sasa mimi nilikuwa naomba Wakenya wenzangu, niko hapa mbele yenu, niko na matatizo. Naomba msaada wenu, mnisaidie. Manake nimehangaika, nimechoka. Hii shida ilianza kitambo na sijawahi kufanikiwa kupata matibabu. Sasa nawaomba, niko chini ya miguu yenu. Nawalilia Wakenya wenzangu, mnisaidie. Naomba msaada wenu, mnisaidie ili mimi nami pia nikaweze kuwa na hali za kawaida kama watu wengine. Mimi pia sikuzaliwa hivi na singependa kuwa hivi. Singependa niishi hivi nilivyo. Nimeteseka muda mrefu. Nimeng'ang'ana. Wengine wananicheka. Wengine wananiita majina. Nimekuwa na hali ngumu. Nimeteseka mimi. Mtu akikuangalia hivyo anakuona kama mtu ameona shetani. Maana unatisha. Akiwa Kenya nawaomba mnisaidie. Hali imefika siwezi, imekuwa ngumu. Nimeshikilia muda mrefu nikidhani tu pengine siku moja nitapata msaada, lakini nimeshindwa. Nawaomba wenzangu mkanisaidie. Na siwezi tena. Naomba tu muwe na roho ya utu, muwe na huruma, mwende mkanihurumie. Mkanisaidie. Naomba tu msaada wenu. Mjaponisaidia nikiwa kama watu wengine, hali yangu ikirudia kawaida, hakika Mungu atawabariki. Mungu atawasaidia na Mungu atawabariki zaidi na zaidi. Babangu akashikwa na ugonjwa akakufa. Sasa venye babangu alikufa nikakaa, nikaja nikapata bwana akanioa. Sasa venye niliolewa nilikaa kwa bwana huko, hii shida ikaanza kunirudia. Sasa huko nilikuwa nimejifungua hao watoto wawili, hii shida ikanirudia. Sasa venye ilinirudia, yule bwana akanikataa na watoto, kabidi nirudi nyumbani kwetu kwa kuzaliwa. Wabaki na brother zangu mmoja ambaye mpaka sasa ndio yuko. Lakini sasa yeye naye pia maisha yake ni magumu, manake hana kazi. Pia yeye anahangaika, manake pia ana bibi na watoto. Sasa maisha upande wangu ikawa ngumu kulingana na hii hali. Alafu niko na watoto wangu wanataka kwenda shule, wanataka kula, nahitaji matibabu. Sasa nimehangaika huo muda huo. Sikuweza kupata tena pesa za kurudi hospitali kwa sababu gharama hospitali iko juu. Alafu sina huo uwezo wa hiyo pesa. Sasa nimehangaika kutafuta pesa, kutafuta misaada huku kwa watu wakubwa, lakini sijawahi kufanikiwa kupata pesa ya kwenda hospitali. Sasa nimeng'ang'ana, nikahangaika. Hivyo bado nilikuwa natafuta vibarua kwa sababu ya watoto wangu wakule. Tena hapo ning'ang'ane nione vile watakavyoenda shule. Sasa nimeisha kuhangaika kwa sababu hii ugonjwa inauma, hii kitu inauma. Mwanzo sasa wakati wa baridi inapiga, inauma, inadunga miba, inachoma, alafu unasikia kujikuna, unawashwa. Hata ukiniona hivi hii ni alama hii ya moto, nilichoma kwa sababu nilikuwa nawashwa. Sasa ukianza kuwashwa, mwasho hauishi. Sasa huwa nachemsha maji ya moto, maji makali, nawekelea kitambara. Sasa hiyo siku kitambara, sijui maji ilikuwa na moto mwingi zaidi. Sasa kuwekelea hivi nikachomeka, ikawa kidonda. Mimi